Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Coe, and I'm joined by my guys, White Star GB.
Was shaking.
We also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University.
What up, though?
Big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight we are drinking Deveron 12-year Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. And tonight's topic is going to be F those kids.
Yeah.
Them kids. F them kids.
F them kids. Yeah. White Star GB.
Yeah, man.
How have you been, man? It's been a
I'm
little
good,
while.
man. I'm good, man. We took a little time off.
Yes. A lot of time off.
Was it much needed? Wasn't they? Did you feel good?
It was a little bit too much.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like you when it's a little bit, you get antsy and you want to go back.
Yeah.
But then when it's too long, you be like, damn, I gotta get the rust off. And I'm like, I could just chill for another couple weeks and just relax. And you know.
Yeah, them Friday nights free.
Yeah.
I had to call for one more last week. You supposed to come on last week. I called cool.
Sure
Cool.
did.
I need one more, baby.
Hey.
Sure did.
No,
One
you
more,
he
one
got
more.
you got no resistance from anybody.
No, he really
Yeah,
did.
a word? Okay, all right. As long as it's not me, like I ain't cool.
Yeah, but we back to it. We ready for the long haul.
Yeah.
It feels almost like a season, like a season 2 or like a
Yeah.
season like
You know, like a
whatever
sitcom,
season.
it'll do
Yeah.
like 12, 13 episodes and then they'll take a break and then they come right back.
Absolutely. It feels
Yeah.
good to be back. Missed y'all, ready to get back to work, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was good though. How about your week?
Cool,
your-
man. Cool,
your
man.
month.
I've enjoyed the time. The month of April, you know, it's a busy month. We
Yeah.
had some celebrations. We had some somber moments.
Nah.
We celebrated birthdays and we
Mhm.
celebrated people's lives, man.
Absolutely.
But it was,
Yeah,
man. It's all around. There was a lot of love in the month of April.
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
And a wedding.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
wedding too.
Oh yeah. Wedding too. Yeah. Shout out to those.
Shout out Smooth.
Yeah, man.
Same.
Yeah, man. So I'm just happy to be back.
Word.
You know, back on the mic
Get back to it.
and getting back to the people. You know what I mean?
A lot of things happen though.
Yeah,
Catch
man.
up
Yeah,
on.
yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
things, man.
So yeah, let's get up to date.
Where do we start? Man?
Start with the drama. Start with the beef, yo. Start with the beef. You start with the hip hop.
Oh,
Start with,
gosh.
you know what I mean? Cool
He's
here.
coming my way.
Keep
That's
it
what
cool.
he's doing.
You is here. Let's
Yeah.
start with the drama.
We got music expert.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
Connoisseur.
Yes.
What's the question, GB?
It's not a question yet.
question,
Oh no!
All right.
Like,
I think
Matter of
it's
fact,
pretty
I
much
got a
over.
question.
It's over with.
I got a
I
question.
think it's done.
I got a question. Is this the best beef ever? Like sparring back and forth, most evenly matched, most like is this better than Jay-Z and us? If anybody's living under a rock, we're talking about the Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
Yes, Kendrick
I mean,
Lamar
Jake,
and Drake.
Drake beef.
Yeah. It's still ongoing, so I don't think we're actually too late to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about it, but I don't think
Mhm.
we're too late to the party. Corey, cool. What do you think, man?
Is it better than Jigga and Nas, you said?
Yeah.
Is it the best hip hop beef competition in history?
Well, it's the most prosperous one.
Okay.
It gained-
Elaborate. What do you mean when you say that?
It gained the most, as far as, I hate to say this because you're going to, we always talk about this, the most numbers, for sure. It took, well, listen, man, I don't want to, post date the show that much, but one of these disc records is going to possibly go number one. and that's the first.
It already did it. It already did.
Well, it didn't come out yet. By the time this episode airs, it will.
Okay.
It could possibly be. It was predicted midweek.
All right. Okay.
To be number 1. And guess what? He has 3 other songs that are all diss records that are charting on the 100. So not so by sheer accolade, accomplishments, attention grabbing, attention seeking. Yeah, it is the biggest one.
So you talking about They Not Like Us?
They Not Like Us is predicted to be number 1.
I'm watching the NBA playoffs and they playing that going into the commercial breaks and everything like
but
that.
He just had a number 1. His first diss record was number 1.
Yeah.
Really?
For you.
Yeah. No.
The one with Future.
That was
that
still going. It's predicted to be about six or seven now.
Can we play the rundown of everything, like how everything went down? Yeah,
sure. Let's get like a little recap
of everything that was going
the record stats.
Let's get everything going. Get that feeling, boy. K. Dot.
Motherfuck the big 3, nigga. It's just big me, nigga. Boom. What? I'm really like that. How your best work?
I got my fucking head up high, my back straight. I'm 10 fucking toes down in floor.
For your contract, cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. You better do that motherfucking show. What the fuck is taking so long? We waiting on you. The rest of y'all are definitely involved. Y'all getting it too. Soon as you get the courage to fuck all that pushing P.
So at that point, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That record, right? Big record. That beat of the year. Like that's the best beat of this whole back and forth thing. Am I bugging?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I like the last record.
I like that.
The mustard. I like the mustard
beat is
that actual.
Yeah. Well, listen, that's a close second. The mustard beat is a very, 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 very close second. Yeah.
Kendrick said it. Kendrick said it on him.
Yeah, he said it
on Cole and Drake. Cole backed out. After Cole back out, Drake come on stage. Yo, my back is strong. Whatever. Drake come out and he's like, yo, you know what? I do want to smoke, and he dropped his joint.
Yeah,
strong joint. That's the push up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Cool. Initial feelings when you heard Push Up for the first time.
Well, this is the thing. I thought him coming with the 2 records right back to back, did a lot for him. Even after this,
you talking about Drake or you?
Yeah. Because I thought the AI. A lot of people were really negative about the AI attempt.
Right.
I thought it was. I thought it was crafty,
But cool. Speaking of AI, when you heard Push-Ups for the first time, didn't it sound? Remember, we were all kind of saying that it sounded like AI wrote it, like it sounded really robotic and really. We're starting to learn what computers talk like and what the algorithm talks like.
Right?
Didn't it seem a little algorithm?
I didn't necessarily get that, but I don't mind, checking back and looking at it. But I will say that the 2 records initially was, something that, listen, in a hard-fought loss.
We're not there yet.
A hard-fought loss up to this round.
Okay.
He's losing on the cards. Let's just say.
Okay.
Barely by a smidgen, a cat hair. I would say that, he just gave such an effort, you know what I'm saying? And, those 2 records, I believe, I thought it was going to be very difficult for Kendrick to try to rebuttal the 2 records directly back to back to each other like that.
Yo, I'm getting texts to my phone. Everybody like, yo, your boy cooked, your boy done, where he at? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, just wait.
So come on, let me ask you a question, GB. You're nervous? You weren't nervous?
Nervous, no, but I was definitely enjoying Drake's output. I didn't like the AI joint. I felt like Pac sounded bad. Like that sounded that. it didn't
It wasn't
sound
the great. No, it wasn't
it
the
didn't
greatest.
sound, or it didn't. His rhyme pattern didn't cater to.
But let me ask you a question. But
I didn't hear no enemies, Hennessy. I didn't hear no easy. I didn't hear that passion. Snoop was good. Drake's last verse was good. That
it was his flow.
like all that.
It was his
like,
flow. He made them rhyme in his flow.
But that's not good.
He didn't rap.
You're supposed to rhyme like them and sound like them when you're doing it.
You didn't think that shit was corny though?
I think no.
Like him?
No, I thought it was very creative.
I thought it was very creative.
But I thought it was poorly executed on the Tupac voice.
Very creative. Very creative.
I thought
nobody's
Pac's voice
ever
didn't
done
sound anything
listen,
like him.
Because you know why? Because up to that moment, nobody has ever done anything like that.
Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
Whether it's a regular record or a beef record.
West Coast legends.
Yeah, West Coast legends talking shit to him, saying, "Yo, you gotta get your shit together."
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Okay.
I thought it was.
What you thought? Well, you didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No. I'm thinking to myself like, yo, play on your team. Like you don't try.
Nah, but it was two records.
Divide and conquer, though, right?
If that was his first one, so what are you saying? He should have used Schoolboy Q's voice?
No, he shouldn't have used no West Coast artist.
No, but you
first off,
divide and conquer.
Snoop is still alive. Like if Snoop wanted to do a record with you,
didn't
or whatever,
denounce it neither. Snoop went on the thing, and he didn't really.
Because he knows
give
it was.
an-
He know it
He
was
didn't say if
creative.
it was good or bad. Snoop
All right.
just shook his head like,
You know it's because you know it was.
all right, now if Kendrick like trash Snoop or something,
Then I you know.
and it's like, yo, you brought me in the shit. Like you brought me into this shit.
yeah.
I had really nothing to do with this shit.
Snoop's not concerned about any of
All
that.
right, now he's probably not, but I'm saying like, of
Know
course
what it is.
he probably had to give the thumbs up for it. But
Mhm.
Snoop could actually physically do the record.
No, he
Like,
didn't. He didn't give any thumbs up for anything.
Yeah. He didn't give him thumbs up.
So you think Drake just used
Yeah,
used the
100%. Just used it.
100%. He used that without
sure.
Snoop knowing, without
I just did it.
Tupac's estate knowing.
I
That's why I
wouldn't
got taken down.
I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have allowed a nigga to do that. Like, nigga, I'm physically here. Like, you're gonna use an AI version of me. Like,
You're
I'm still alive.
inserting me into one of the biggest moments in hip hop. Either way, either side.
Oh, you think
you
think like publicity wise, it's a good look for
it's
Snoop?
a great look for
No,
Snoop.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel
well,
like
put it
it's a
this way.
great look for
I'm
Snoop.
pretty sure some more of his records. I'm sure he gained a couple extra spins from somewhere else
That's all.
on that. Besides, Snoop could have literally went to him later on down the line and been like, "Listen, whatever's done is done. I know you made a couple cents, off of that. I'm gonna need you to." You know what I mean,
I get it.
Probably
I
check.
get
But
it.
this is where kind of
priority
Drake kind
to
of
man.
showed a I think a chink in the armor where he went for the same Meek Mill strategy. Like two things happened here. He went for the same strategy that he beat Meek with, and he set the rules that you got to win by 2. That back to back, now that's a rule now. Like you got to win hip hop beef by 2 songs now.
Well, okay, possibly, but I just think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, it boils down to both of them really didn't have too much to say about the other person, personally.
Nah, but that's the no. That's part of the strategy.
No,
These are just jabs.
You think they didn't have
These are
nothing
just
personal to
jabs,
say
cool?
about each other?
I mean, not that much.
Come on, cool.
Not
These are
that
jabs.
much.
These are just feelers. These are just like, yo, let me see if he gonna
You-
come
yeah,
outside.
Listen
you feel
to
like
Drake's records.
that was that? Like,
Listen
yo,
to
all
Yeah,
right.
these are feelers. These are like, yo, let me just
All right,
jab.
we
Let me
don't-
just
we
see if
don't-
he gonna come outside. Let me just see. Why would you
We
drop
don't know
your
the, we don't know the
nuke off
truth
the
of
rip?
it. We
The
don't
first
know, we don't know
couple.
the truth of it.
Yeah, we can only speculate.
The first couple were jabs. The last few, I believe, was everything dudes had to a degree because, like I said, like, okay, Drake has been a celebrity for a very, very, very long time, right? Successful at the top of the business for a very,
Top.
very long time.
Tippy top.
The jabs and the hooks that he threw at Drake were semi-fabrications on.
Well, where we going? We're going past.
Yeah,
the first one.
yeah,
So
because
let's
I know
play
you-
the video.
you guys got a
Let's
show to
finish-
do.
Yeah,
you guys got a show to do.
Let's finish the video.
Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bully, I hate bully. She must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your
Just open his mouth.
Call him a terrible
So
person.
go hand him a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? Cause I wanna talk to the man in the house.
dear baby girl. I'm sorry that your father not.
That Meet the Grams was serious business.
That Meet the Grams was.
But once
spooky.
again,
That Meet the Grams was
fabricated facts.
No, but
He didn't have it. He doesn't have it. Well, at this moment, he doesn't have an
what was
11-year-old
fab-
daughter. He doesn't have that daughter.
Let's not speed. Let's take our time here.
Oh, Jesus.
Do we know that? We know that
Take
for
our
a
time.
fact.
Let's take our time. Let's take our
He
time.
said if you could find him, he'll
'Cause
quit.
after Drake dropped his 2 joints, Kendrick dropped his 2 joints.
Yeah.
He dropped the Euphoria.
Yeah.
Strong record.
Mhm.
And later on, he dropped that second song. What was that? The 616 in LA.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah, very
strong. With the samples, with everything. Strong records. Who was winning at that round? You feel? I feel like I had them neck to neck.
I had him. They were tied. It was a
Right.
great space.
Yeah.
Very great space.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
far, probably the greatest. That right there would have been the greatest space that we've seen when it comes to a rap battle.
Yeah.
Who came out first?
Almost like a deadlock.
Drake came out with 2 first. Kendrick came out 2 second. I'm playing by your rules. I'm gonna win by 2. You drop 2, I'm dropping 2. I'm playing the way you want to play.
I think more or less the odds are in favor of the person that drops the last record if the
Of
record
course.
is good
If
enough.
the record is good,
course.
yeah, the record, but
Of course.
But his records were good enough. So at the end of those 2 records,
Yeah.
I thought Kendrick was ahead.
Then we get to that Saturday.
I just thought I thought Meet the Grams, whenever that is. What space is
So
that? That's the next one.
so after Kendrick dropped 2,
He came with
Drake
the
came back and he dropped 1 more.
with the minivan. He crushed the
He dropped the
minivan.
minivan joint. Strong, yo.
Strong.
Yo, three beats. He followed up on that drop and give me 50. Like
did his
he
thing on
started off of that. He gave a strong. Yo, Drake was playing against everybody else. Drake was shooting at Metro.
His first
Shooting at
couple records
Ross was messing
sounded
with him.
similar.
It was like a play.
It was,
Alright.
it was a play off of the first. Yeah,
First of
continuation
all,
of it.
Almost like
These are-
act nah, you don't want it with Hove, no, and then he go into, you know what I mean? The next
I
joint.
get it, but I don't think anybody has done concepted this records.
Well, this is art.
I don't think it has been that artistic.
This
when it
is the
comes to
art of
dissing.
war.
Like when Drake
The
put
war
his
of art.
records out,
Mm.
it was just about like they sound like he could have did all those shits together, right?
Mhm.
They sounded
No,
similar.
but the content was back and forth because he was that Drake. Let's give Drake a little credit here. He was,
A lot of credit here.
yeah. He was addressing things on those first 2 songs. He was addressing Pusha T shit. He was addressing Pharrell jewelry. He was addressing
Yeah,
Tupac's
had niggas.
ring.
Yeah,
He was addressing a lot of
Oh,
things.
no,
on
that's fine. That's not what
it wasn't
what I'm saying is that
manufactured shit.
for a dude to be in a rap beef
Right.
and do concept records where he's talking to his sons, speaking to his mother,
Yeah,
and
well, remember that's after.
Well, we didn't get there
We didn't get
yet.
there yet.
We didn't
That's
get there yet.
after.
we're still
See, that's after the minivan record that we're saying is
minivan.
strong.
We're still in the minivan
'Cause
joint.
that-
We're
'cause
still
that-
because
that pulled it
Drake
back
had
in
a
the time.
strong Saturday night
Yeah,
for like an hour.
for like.
well, okay. What I'm saying is that
Go.
he just did kind of generic diss records.
It was not generic though, right? No, a generic diss record is going in there like how Game would do, or like how would like Cannabis would do, just go in there and spit. He gave us something that sounded good.
No,
Like yo, that third verse on that Drake joint.
I think Drake
was-
first
He just can't help but
Drake.
to make hit records. He just can't help.
That's what I'm. Okay,
He
this is
just
what I'm.
can't help
This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm trying to
Sounded
say.
good to me.
Boy,
Like,
can't help it.
That's
like,
what I'm.
I'll go back and listen to that.
What I'm trying to say is that he I think he followed his same formula.
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Lyrically, he's just like, all right, I got to throw some shots at. First of all, my shots can't be subliminal. They got to be more direct.
direct.
But it's just the same thing. All right, let me get a decent hook,
Yeah.
and then I'll spit my lines.
Beat changes played a lot in this.
Yeah.
A lot of beats.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Mhm.
But for the totality of the records,
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar did concepted records.
Yeah, that's a fact.
right.
Yeah.
And he did a record where he's talking to his relatives
Yeah, you get to that.
about the person he
I
is,
mean,
right?
That was
Yeah,
Then
that
he
was
did
nasty.
he did a Bay style record.
Yeah.
Just
Right
to
after.
diss this nigga.
Right after.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
Every kind of
Like,
rap
every kind of
style,
record he could.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, yo,
crazy.
Drake shit was like, only thing Drake did different was he tried to do like some boom bap shit on the last record.
Right.
Yeah.
Which he just didn't, that shit didn't land well.
It didn't land.
Well, that's what's coming out now. A lot of people are asking, like, does Drake have a style? Like, that's when people are like dissecting everything. And
I always
No,
thought,
he does not
I always thought
necessarily-
Drake was
like,
very
what
good at mimicking anybody.
He
He
doesn't.
could take your flow and do it just as good as you.
Yeah, like Game used to do that too a little bit.
Yeah, game is very similar.
Game is
to that.
very
Yeah,
similar.
Game
to-
can do the same
like,
thing.
Game will get on your track and tear you up just because.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
I will say this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is something that can be packaged, right? You could almost play it like a fight, like this is something that I don't think you could get anywhere else. Going back to your question on, is it the biggest one?
Mhm.
Where it's like no other real beef can you maybe put on track one, where people are making videos of track one and the story in the chronological order of how it happened or whatever the case was. You haven't gotten that anywhere else.
Mhm.
Even though, okay, if you had like 50 might have did a whole mixtape against Ja,
Yeah,
but it's
50
not
was going,
it's not enough. Maybe like, okay, 50 in the Locks, maybe you can say, had that kind of that many songs back and forth, but it doesn't play out like this does into the public. Now, I got a question for you guys. Are we in a general consensus that at this particular moment, Kendrick is out in front?
Right now, or
Out in
we're
front.
gonna keep
As of
going?
right now.
As of now,
You want to
or
just
we're
finish? Okay, yeah. Why don't you finish the video? And
Well,
I can.
at that point when that Meet the Grams came out, Kendrick stepped on his joint.
Yeah, I want to say that was
Like he stepped on it. Like Drake had an hour. I was out. So by the time it was time to listen to both of them, I played like maybe like half of Drake's
And
joint.
what's that? Static Selector? It's no Static.
Nah, that's
no.
that was Alchemist. It
Alchemist.
sounded like some
Where did Static
95
Selector from?
RZA shit.
That was
Nah,
Alchemist.
I mean that shit.
Wow,
it
what a
was
score for
sounding hard.
Alchemist.
It sounded scary. Like
Alchemist. What a
but
score.
that Meet the Grams.
What a score for Alchemist.
Yeah.
At this point, I
Wait, hold on.
honestly, I don't want to even hear anything else from Drake.
Yeah, well, this is my point. That's why I want you to finish the video so I can ask the final questions.
Ah,
I
yeah.
have
So
a couple
let's
questions
finish
about
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
They like that.
Active inside your world. You don't commit to much, but it's music, yeah, that's once upon a time all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains.
I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork?
That's the end of it, right?
Explanation rap.
Explanation. I mean,
nigga was explaining.
he
shit.
came through with a hit on the
That
last
nigga
one.
was on defense.
He came.
Defense.
Yeah.
Who, Drizzy?
No, Kendrick came through with a hit at the end.
Back to back.
But it was
again.
so
Playing that
now
back to back.
I got two questions.
Go.
First question is this: replay value. You know, that's one of my favorite things to discuss.
Okay.
When you listen to these records back in the future,
Mhm.
you know, when you've moved on and it comes back to what just sounds good. Because to me, when I listen to back, the record that Drake had against Meek,
Mhm.
it doesn't sound that John Blaze to me anymore.
Oh, don't do that.
It doesn't.
It sound good.
No, it doesn't.
It sound
It, like
I think that's a
we don't
problem
play
with Drake.
charged up.
I
we don't
think
play charged up
I think
anymore.
the
but
verses
back to
are-
back. We play back.
there was only really one direct jab. It was no name saying.
That's the girl tour, your world tour. Like,
Yeah,
your
it was.
tour,
It
your girl
was no.
tour?
He didn't say no names. Was no direct jabs. It was just high subliminals,
Yeah.
right? And the verse, when you listen to the verses, it's not like he was totally ripping. It was like, you know,
Come on, he got busy. Don't do that.
I'm not saying. Listen, man. You know, come, Ron. See, Ron is with me. Are you with me, Ron?
Yeah, I'm
You
with
was-
you.
You talking about the Drake and Meek Mill battle?
No, what I want to use that.
Right.
I
That
don't
frame
think
of mind, replay
Drake-
value.
I don't think Drake's verses like they age well.
They don't age well.
I don't think so.
My man J Rod always said it about Jay-Z stuff. He said a lot of Jay-Z stuff don't age well. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. You could erase the whole Big Pimpin' shit for me. You can take away all of that shit. Just take the whole chunk out and move it. But I will say that so replay value, whose songs do you think you can listen to for face value in the near future?
You're going to hear Kendrick's songs all summer.
I believe
Like,
the ones. I
those
believe
are
the
anthems. All
They Not
summer.
Like Us is gonna hit,
bro.
That's gonna rock.
I
Yeah.
played
And then the Like
Euphoria
That.
like 10 times when it first came out. I played
part.
They Not Like Us like 15 times.
That last verse with that whole colonization of Atlanta shit, like that was crazy. Like that
Okay,
was
so
wild.
Kendrick's songs are gonna age well. You believe in the future? Okay,
yeah,
now
yeah.
I thought I was pretty independent at the beginning. Like I didn't really have a side,
right?
but I realized during this shit I probably don't really like Drake like that.
Oh,
we
need him though. He's necessary.
That was just in my head.
He's very
Drake is
necessary.
I enjoy Drake
Because
a lot.
that
he-
don't
he-
even
no,
know what I
yeah.
did.
I don't think he's really
Yeah.
necessary. I think he's just too big to fail at this point. That's all. He's like the Banks. So
Okay, so let's
it's so much time and money invested in him. You can't let him fail.
that kind of go. Well, this is the thing. Once again, that kind of goes back into where I was gonna head. Is number one, everybody won. Like my aunt Frida would say, everybody went to Citibank.
Yeah.
Both artists, got billions of streams on this. Both of them did.
I don't know if everybody won though. Cool.
No, listen, man, listen.
I think
Because
Drake
guess what?
loses.
But you cannot deny that he put up one hell of a fight.
That doesn't matter.
That's all he needed to do. That's
You
all
don't
he
feel like
needed
that
to do.
that last song was almost like a deposition, almost like a
I'm willing
like a
to,
ransom note, almost like
no,
his-
because he's still playing.
No, but hold on. He's in bed with Nike and with a lot of major corporations.
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of calls made for him.
Nah,
to
he just
what the-
get in
nah,
front,
commercial
get in
just
front
aired.
of all these kind of rumors.
Nike
and all that
commercial,
stuff.
Nike commercial just aired. Just had a new one.
Okay.
Just got a new Nike commercial.
Right.
Like I told you, it's fabricated facts. He likes 21-year-old shorties and young biddies that rich niggas like, and you
Right.
just use that in the angle. That's why I tell you about the fabricated facts vibe. It's just, it's like the Shaq thing, right?
Mm.
I mean, we might get there later, but it's like the Shaq thing where it's like it's legal. She's just super young for him, but it's a
Yeah.
legal situation. So
Right.
you just manipulating that. What I will say is this: his record with 4 bats is still playing mad times a day.
Okay.
He's doing just fine. He's not losing at all. He won a
What'd I say?
whole lot.
What did I say,
Too
GB?
big to fail.
Okay,
No,
now
I said they're gonna make it like everything is all good.
no, but the song with 4 bats is really good. You can't. That doesn't remove that.
I think he's semi in a.
That don't because it doesn't matter to that. Listen, a loss, Drake taking an L in this battle doesn't matter to anybody but us.
Yeah.
I think it matters.
No, it doesn't.
I think it's going to be similar to like the Ja Rule 50
Not even
effect.
close.
Absolutely not.
Not even close.
Now,
No,
Cypher God.
no. I'm
Now,
not,
Cypher God.
no. I'm not saying he's going to be like
Now, Cypher God.
because
Not even close.
50 pushed Ja like totally out the game.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that.
Mm.
But do I think he's going to lose some fandom? Yes, I think
No,
so.
not really.
But he could afford to.
Not really. I don't believe so.
I don't think he could afford to. I think
Because real hip hop niggas are gonna have to give him. You're gonna have to rate him for just swinging all the way out.
And Drake's business model is
I don't think
is
real hip hop
quantity.
niggas really gave him that much credit in the beginning.
I'm a
In that nigga, y'all really think it's a close, like it was like, oh yeah, we went the distance or whatever. I don't think it was as close
It was
as
like
people
an
trying to.
A10.
It was
like an
A10. It was an
It was like
A10,
an
bro.
A-
It was an
A10.
A10.
And that's formidable for someone who ain't really have to even do it. Like he gets a lot of respect for even engaging.
This is what I'm trying
J.
to tell
Cole
you.
ran for the hills.
He ran for the hills. The one that's really the rapper. He
Come on
ran.
now. Like, yo, he been the one going around. Yo, I'm the next up. He's the one.
And
Yo,
he ran.
I'm big three.
He didn't have
I'm
to
in
take
my
this.
prime. I'm all that. Yo,
All
Kanye
right, this
said it on you.
is the
Yo,
difference.
Kanye said it
Kanye
on J.
said it
Cole.
on
All right.
And you still running. Because there's a whole lot of in between that we ain't even
A lot
dropped.
of in
like,
between.
Like
What I'm saying is,
Ross joint, Kanye joint. There was a lot of people.
this is what
going
Drake
that
has to do.
And if you wanted to make, and I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna play devil's advocate too. If you wanted to play devil's, like if you wanted to make a case for Drake was fighting like 6-7 niggas.
That's a fact.
Like
Everybody wanted them
that
going
nigga
at the
Metro
time.
Boomin was making beats. Like that beat Drizzy beat is hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
it's a lot going on. And like I told you,
Yeah.
with all of that,
For
his
him to come out
song is
8-10,
still playing multiple times a day.
I think they pay for that anyway.
No.
I don't think. Yo, bro, I think he's just too big to fail.
I got an 8-year-old daughter. My daughter loves that song.
She could love it, but she could be programmed to love it
Come
because
on,
they
man.
play it so many times.
You're programmed,
What song?
my nigga. You not programmed,
I'm not programmed to Drake though.
but you programmed to something.
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
I'm
so
not denying it.
Everybody
But
falls victim
what
to
I'm
the
trying to
program,
say is the things that program me, the people spend money to put it in my face. It's not like it's just hot. You understand what I'm saying? It's some hotness to it, but it's not like, yo, that shit is so deniable. I'm in a trance. People spend money to market to me, and then I get connected to it.
So don't knock it.
I'm not knocking.
You just did. You just knocked them because you're programmed to like it. Everybody's programmed to like it.
You're telling me that his records are still popping just because they just popping.
They're pretty good.
My nigga, they invest a lot of money into this dude.
But so you're telling me the records are bad?
I'm not saying the records are bad.
The records are good.
No, I'm not saying they're good or bad.
Are they good or are they bad?
You gotta say one, Ron.
You gotta say Ron. What are you doing?
Let's say they're average.
Come on,
right?
man,
even if a Drake record is all right. I don't even know what record y'all talking about. I'm speaking. I'm generally speaking about Drake.
Sexy Red and SZA joint.
Huh?
Sexy Red and SZA. You got but right now his little singing verse on the 4 Bats record is doing things out there. Nicki Minaj got him on a little something that's about to start bubbling over.
I think Drake is the equivalent of like, all right, yo, we spent $1 billion, but right now you only recouping $500 million. You got to make up the loss.
Let me ask you a question. Usually I would ask y'all what a word means. I want to read the definition of a word, and I want to see if y'all can put your finger on it. The customs, art, social institution, and achievement of a particular nation, people, or other social group. What word is that?
You got to read that again. Come on, man. I've been drinking. I've been drinking.
And for the people at home. The customs, art, social institution, and achievements of a particular nation, people, or other social group. Another definition is the arts and other manifestation of a human intellectual achievement regarded collectively. What is that word?
Culture?
Culture. I was thinking culture.
Yeah, culture. That word came up a lot in this battle.
Okay.
With pundits, speaking on it, and who's of the culture, who's not of the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Is hip hop a culture?
Yeah.
I
think it's one of the. It's American culture at this point. I believe hip hop is more so almost American culture more than hip hop culture anymore.
Is it African American culture?
No, I think it's more American culture now.
Fast.
Because check out some of your Asian brothers. They fly. They be coming, brothers and sisters. They be coming through wearing.
They're not guests.
No, man. You know why? When hip hop, listen, when you borrow something. If you borrow a rap record, if you're hip hop and you borrow a rock record to make your record, you can't get upset if the people who like rock records adopt.
So I could put on a kimono for a year straight and I'm of that culture?
If the people who made the kimono was blasting Jay-Z while they was making the kimonos, then I think it's a fucking, it's a trade-off. Hip hop, remember, hip hop, let me ask you a question. Besides a boom bap beat, meaning the bridge is over, right? That was 2 original instruments that were played. Everything else in hip hop is sampled.
Right.
Everything else is borrowed. Look at it now. What is hip hop still doing? It's still borrowing from other cultures.
Al Green samples and this.
It's
and
all
that,
right. So that's when it becomes, like I said, more American culture. Mind you, there's been folk records that have been sampled. There have been country records that have been sampled. You have Beyonce jumping over into it's all one. It boils down to being American culture, I think, at that point.
Any words on that, Ron?
I don't agree, but
All right. Well, you just want to argue.
I don't want to argue with you. I'm just saying I don't agree.
I'm gonna let Cool put the cherry on that.
All right, my thing is this. My last situation, I just want to say, if Drake sits down for a little bit, take a little break, got some things going on at the crib, people trying to get up in his
Why
crib.
are you gonna sit down? You said his record is super hot.
No, but I mean, he could probably sit down for a little bit, right?
Yeah,
ice his wounds.
Yeah,
ice his wounds for a little while.
Well, he went out like he went out with Pusha T.
But it was a soldier. No, I think he went out better this one. I think he went out better in this situation.
In similar fashion
than that one. Little
waving the white flag.
Little L.
You kept saying, "Yo, I'm going on vacation." You after you taunted this man with 2 songs, then you're gonna talk about, "Yo, you burnt out."
All I'm saying is this: if he sits down for a little while, couple weeks, maybe a month, 2 months, if he comes back out with a good enough record, which he's more than capable of doing, it'll go away. Right? What did Kobe say? Just gotta win. It all goes away.
I believe it'll go away. I think he always will have the scar of it.
Yeah.
Like, it'll heal, but he'll still have the scab or scar or whatever, or the mark of where this battle was.
He engaged in fisticuffs.
He definitely
he engaged in fisticuffs.
What are we giving? We giving participation awards? Like,
absolutely.
Come on, bro.
Some niggas don't.
When people are scared to participate,
stop.
We're gonna give you participation
and
doing good.
So if Michael Jordan, right, if he gets to the playoffs and he gets knocked out the first round, you be like, oh, yo, he tried hard or whatever.
Ronco,
he's supposed to. If he's supposed to be top of the game,
Ronco,
the best player in the game, you gonna give him credit for just making to the playoffs?
Ronco,
no, but if Michael Jordan, because this was elective, so if Michael Jordan made it to the first round of playoffs, it's not an equal comparison. Now, if Michael Jordan made it to the finals of the slam dunk contest and lost to Dominique, we're still gonna give Mike his props. Because that's elected. He volunteered to do that. You know what I'm saying? You're already in the game. Drake didn't have to do this.
What you mean he didn't have to do it?
Direct
competition. He could have let it go. He could have let it go.
Slam dunk contest.
He could have let it go.
He could have
let it go.
He could have, but so I'm saying he could have let it go, but I felt like engaged at the highest level.
Come on, this is Ali Frazier.
Yeah, that's credit.
This is the best of the best.
He engaged at his highest level.
At the highest level.
Yeah.
At his highest level.
The highest level.
At his highest level.
Why are you not saying the? It's the highest level.
He engaged at his highest
Check
level.
The scoreboard, the highest level, but okay.
So you felt like he won the battle?
No props?
I said he fought at the highest level that he's possible of fighting at.
At his highest level, yes, that's what I said. You want to make it like, all right, if he is he tops of the game? All right,
yeah, he's tops of the game.
Now we're we're acting
top of the game, but not top of the culture. That's why I kept asking y'all about culture.
Let's keep
it. He lost,
my nigga. Kendrick Lamar is not Pusha T, bro.
He's not.
So, all right, if you talking about he voluntarily,
my nigga, I don't even think you thought Kendrick was all the way capable of doing what he did. I don't even think you thought so,
bro.
I was probably the only person who knew this.
I don't even do that, Ronco. No, I'm trying to let you live.
I'm going by the results. I'm not going. Like I told you before, I didn't have no dog in this fight. I wasn't on either side. I'm just going by the results of what happened, bro. And you could let numbers and shit sway you on how you feel about it, or you want to give a nigga credit. Like, yo, bro,
nigga scored 45. So nigga scored 45. You can let
that's subjective.
Nigga put 45 up.
That's subjective, bro. You felt like he scored 45.
No, numbers are not subjective.
I felt like he didn't.
Numbers are numbers. If you have $100 in your pocket, I'm not gonna say, oh well. I mean,
what numbers are we talking about?
It's subjective. How much money you got?
What numbers are we talking about?
If you got $100 in your pocket,
what numbers are we talking about? Though,
we're talking about sales. We're talking about metrics.
We're talking about. Well, we're gonna go streaming at least. That's the only number we really can gauge
we're talking about his record with Sexy Red or something like that, or
no, the streams that niggas gathered from just this situation, just these records.
All right.
They both did billions.
All right. So
everybody won.
This is the thing. Like I said before, Kendrick Lamar is not Pusha T. Kendrick Lamar comes out and he say coming out with an album, he's gonna do streams. He's gonna do numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Drake comes out, he's gonna do numbers. So let's not talk about numbers. Why are we talking about these are the two niggas that's top of the game. This is a competition. Let's just focus on the battle. Not
That's
no
why-
numbers
that's why I
and shit
brought
like
up
that.
Culture.
And
Like his numbers culture.
I don't think when it comes down to this, when it's like
Like, for us.
bro,
This is for the culture. This was for us.
If Tyson fought Muhammad Ali, we wouldn't be sitting there talking about like, yo, Tyson gonna make this, yo, he gonna make Muhammad Ali gonna make. We're gonna talk about the fight. We're not talking about the numbers, bro.
You asked me if he lost.
I think it's evident that he lost.
No. Yes, but everybody wins.
Again,
like my
I'm
Aunt
not
Frida
talking.
would
I'm not.
say,
I'm not.
everybody.
I'm
you
not.
have to, you
all
have
right.
to talk about it.
No, you could talk about it because that's your game. That's
have
you're the radio guy, right? So you could talk about that. I'm just speaking as a person that watched the battle, that watched the fight, right? I'm not worried about how much niggas took home in a purse at
But
the end
when
of the
you
night.
say loss, like I said, if Drake's gonna say
They both gonna be rich at the end of the day, right?
About money, but we're talking about with the perspective video. They dropped on YouTube. They ain't dropped like on DJ Clue or nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped on YouTube. So the YouTube numbers matter. Who has more views on certain thing? Who has more fans? At the end of the day,
so you telling me if Drake get more views on his record, he won the battle?
Every blogger had a poll. Everybody had a poll. Numbers played a big difference.
All right.
When Hot 97, when
if
Nas
Drake gets more listens or more views on YouTube,
when
he
Nas
won the
and
battle.
Jay-Z, when no, that plays into it. When Nas and Jay-Z, when Hov went up to Hot 97,
you think?
All
right. So
those numbers matter.
They either sell more records.
We're not arguing
than the blueprint.
We're not arguing that. We're not arguing any of that.
No,
probably not. Right?
Probably not.
But you still think Nas won the battle?
That was Skillmatic.
Like
Skillmatic is a
five
mic album too.
I mean, first Blueprint.
Do you think it sold more records than the Blueprint?
No,
it didn't. Right?
No, but what mattered? The numbers that mattered was
sold a whole lot.
Hov was on.
I'm not saying
that's
that.
the question. All right.
No, but Ron, Hov was on Hot 97 with Angie, and there were callers calling in, voting, which are numbers.
Okay.
And Hov lost that vote. That's how we understand that.
What is
Nas won that battle? So those are numbers.
But we're not. We wasn't. All right. We're talking about streams and
I know,
right?
I know, yeah.
You talking about a poll from the people?
Yeah.
Did he win or did he lose?
Yeah.
That's something different, bro.
Right.
We're talking about spins and views on YouTube. And
Bronco, listen.
It's like 10%, but it does play into it. It's not a big part.
Why y'all can't just say? It's like
y'all
said the nigga lost, but then y'all trying to debate about
I'm trying to say
that everybody won.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Everybody won. He will sit down a little bit. He'll be quiet for maybe a couple days.
I agree.
He'll put out another record that has nothing to do with none of this, and he'll be back on your radio spinning and keeping it moving.
I totally agree.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Let's move on. Let's move on. We're going to.
Because Ron's gonna fucking fight all the time.
I don't,
motherfucker.
I don't.
Cut my mic off.
Yo, Corey Cool, like it'd be like, yo. He'd be like, yo, Kendrick Lamar physically beat Drake's ass. Physically, he gave him a black eye, everything like that. He'd be like, well, who won the fist fight? He'd be like, well, Drake sold 10 million records today.
But it was like the Ryan Garcia. It was like the Ryan Garcia and David Haney fight. Like Garcia knocked him down, and Garcia lumped him up, but Haney kept getting up. Like
I get it.
Commend the loser on a valiant battle. That's all we're saying. He went out on the shield. There is a term that says he went out on his shield.
He went out on his shield. That's it.
No, okay.
You gotta give it credit for that.
Run for the hills.
Right.
Like
you can give him credit for that, right? But we don't have to. All I'm saying, and what I kept saying is that you don't got to keep bringing up the numbers and whatever. And he got. I didn't bring up no numbers because I don't know the numbers. You know the numbers. I don't know the numbers.
I just said everybody won.
I'm just saying, as a spectator, I feel like Kendrick Lamar kicked the nigga ass, and then it got into like, well, Drake is, he's still good because he did this, that, and the third. He got a record.
No, my thing was he's fine still. That was my whole thing. He's fine. Even in this loss, he's still fine. He'll be fine. He'll still book a building. He'll still book a building. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's give Cool the final word on that.
He's not gonna do it. He's gonna say something else as soon as I turn my mic off.
No, I'm not.
Let's go with Brian Mcknight. Let's go with Brian Mcknight.
All right. Yeah, let's jump right into Brian Mcknight.
F them kids. That is a wild boy. Yo.
That's the lead on the show.
Yeah.
Brian Mcknight, singer, songwriter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cool. You know how many Grammys he got?
Petty.
Why you fucking with me?
Petty,
man,
petty,
right?
Sophie.
I don't know. I don't know if they have any.
Yeah,
Maybe New Edition, man.
Nah, he got some Grammys or whatever like that. He's a very popular singer, songwriter, and all that good shit. So, this story actually came out a little while ago in regards to him.
He's been doing this,
disowning his first 3 kids, I believe.
Yeah.
He has a daughter from his, like, I think, first relationship, and then he has 2 sons from his ex-wife. So basically he remarried ladies by the name of, I have written down, her name is Dr. Leilani Malia Mendoza. And
Hawaiian chick?
I think she's like Hawaiian attire or something like that.
Got you. Okay.
And basically he's pretty much like taking on her. She has 2 kids previously, and they actually had a kid together. And the funny thing about it is that he has a son that I think is Brian Jr.
Yeah.
And he named the kid that he had with this new wife Brian Jr. and he renamed his name so they could have the same exact name.
Yeah.
So he's senior and the other kid is junior.
Nasty nigga, yeah.
Yeah. So I got a little more context on it because I saw his unsung.
Okay.
And on his unsung, basically his ideology on the whole situation was that, he didn't want to have kids. And I want to say that his ex-wife, I don't know if he's saying that she forced him to or whatever. Like, he didn't really want a family. He didn't want to be married. And he wanted to kind of live his life. And he got in a situation. I won't say got caught in a situation, but wind up getting married and
having children. What does that mean? You don't want to have kids, but you have 2 kids. Like, what does that mean?
I have no idea.
If you don't want to have kids, then don't you take measures not to have kids?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so. So basically, at this point, he's disowned his kids that he's had with the previous women, and he acknowledges his stepkids and the child that he has with his current wife. Yeah. We got like a quick clip. It's kind of long, but I'll chop it real quick or whatever like that to
I think it sounds like a sucker,
lately about how I talk about my family on social media. Typically, I prefer not to give attention. I don't post about them. Instead, I post about the children with whom I do have relationships, with whom I am proud of, and about whom I want to share my pride in their accomplishments. I don't live in the past. I live in the present and the future. I am so proud of the man I am today, the husband I am to my wife Leilani, and the father I am to our children. I'm so proud of our love, our family, our life. So I will, without apology, continue to shout about it as loud as I can. If you can't help or handle seeing happiness and love, then I respectfully ask you, why are you even on my page? Maybe you should ask yourself that too. Another thing a lot of people have been talking about is the lawsuit my adult daughter Brianna brought against me a few years ago. There's been a lot of misinformation about the case and a lot of people who don't know what happened acting like they do. I think it is important to clear up some of that misinformation. In 2020, my biological daughter Brianna sued me for defamation.
Yeah, now Cypher God. Now Cypher God. Everything now Cypher God. Yeah. I ain't like none of that.
Yo, shout out to Star. He used to always call him Clayface.
Yeah. Sitting here, man. Clown, man.
I don't like none of that.
Well,
man.
We gotta
listen.
Let's give a little more context. Ahead, that comedian Ricky Smiley came out and he saw the situation between Brian Mcknight and his estranged kids, and he said he would be willing to adopt them, and he supports the children that Brian Mcknight disowned.
I could dig it.
I'm sorry. Go
He's
ahead.
looking
though.
for a little piece of that clout too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, all right. Look, listen. We looking at mental illness. He looking in a blank camp. He looking at a blank screen, thinking he could get that off. He is destroying every kind of goodwill that he's ever ingrained. All them songs don't mean anything. His tour sales has gone in the toilet. They're canceling all types of shows everywhere. Nobody wants to do nobody wants to see this guy. Everybody hates him.
Can you pull this back though?
Nah, he's crashing out over some new box. Like he looking crazy right now in the light, yo. But bigger than Brian Mcknight. I want you to address him, but as a bigger subject, I just want to help dudes that are in this situation. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want to help dudes that.
In what situation? Explain the situation that you feel like he's in, or that a lot of dudes would be in.
They hate their baby mother, so they just throwing the whole family out in the garbage. Like, it's just easier to just throw the baby out with the bathwater.
No, you said it. It is easier.
Yeah,
because it's easier to just not deal with it than to take it head on.
But I feel I don't know nobody. I don't associate with nobody who doing anything like this. But I would feel like most people would do this a little bit more discreetly. He's doing it out in the light, like he's trying to be the poster child, but like, terrible fathers. Like,
I'm not trying to shoot him any bail, but his daughter actually publicly sued him for like defamation or something like that, and she was trying to get it file a civil suit.
What defamation means that you're speaking publicly on somebody, right?
Yeah.
So if he never opened his freaking mouth, then this would never happen.
He actually won the case though. It was dismissed.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. All right. Was she because she's not a public figure?
Well, I think whatever he said, I don't think it was defamatory.
Yeah, this is a nasty dude, yo. Like,
I don't understand how somebody could have children and feel nothing for them and kind of treat them like a regular person on the street. That's crazy to me. I wish we had more context of why he feels this way about these children, because the kids normally are innocent in a situation. Now, if you have a problem with your ex and you guys don't get along, that's one thing. But for the children, like to really spite the children, disown them, like I think he's written them out of his will and everything. Like they get nothing, and he doesn't even acknowledge them at all.
Yeah.
And when you look at the situation, you don't mess with none of your kids, then that's a you problem. That's not you think, because all kids are not the same. They don't have the same personality.
Different people, yeah.
You got 3 children that you're saying you disown, and all of them you're disowning?
Yeah.
Like it's not one of them that you're good with. That's a you thing, not a them thing.
Yeah. These dudes that don't really stand for anything. These are dudes that, they look at them like they look at their offspring as like a bill that they don't want to pay anymore or something like that, or anything like something that they could just like skip out on or something like that. They could just snake out. Like certain people take things seriously. Like certain people take their health seriously. Some people take their education seriously. Some people take their legacy seriously. Some people take their honor seriously. You know what I mean? Some people take fatherhood seriously. Some people are dirtbags to everybody that they know, but got a 780 credit score. You know, so everybody cares about what they care about. It feels like he just got all his ducks in the wrong, folder, and he just trying to get this off in the public, and I feel like that's what's getting it worse. But bigger than Brian Mcknight, there are men living regular lives who are doing this, who are hiding in different states, not taking care of they kids, not acknowledging.
I think for the most part, though, the context behind it is them having issues with their exes or their child's mother.
Yeah.
And that's why it goes this way. We don't have any context. If you had to guess, what do you think the issue is with him and these children?
If I had to put myself in his shoes, which is nasty shoes, probably some loafers that a nigga been wearing with no socks for like 10 years. The grocery shoes. Damn, where's he coming from? What's his angle? That's an interesting question.
Because even on the shit that I seen,
words, yo. But I'm gonna come across with it. I'm gonna say his angle is he really just trying to get this off. He really trying to start a new legacy. I think that he, at his age, he's seeing older cats with their kids. He's seeing Wanye from Boys to Men have his sons have a group. He's seeing all his peers with their families, and he's bigging up. You know what I mean? He's really trying to like delete that whole chapter of his life that everybody knew, and he's trying to start a whole new joint.
You think it's a race thing?
Face.
Because you know, his new
I'm not
family,
gonna go all the way there, but
that's what a lot of people on social media is saying.
Yeah, that's easy. I feel
he's
like
trying to whitewash.
He's trying to
whitewash history.
He's trying to get this off right in front of us. Yeah. He's playing in our face. You know what I mean? And we not appreciating it because we know like this is nasty. Like, yo, everybody else, like all his peers are like grandfathers. They got kids. Like I said, like Wanye from Boys to Men, like Boys to Men and Brian Mcknight. I feel like those were the contemporary groups of that era.
Can I say something?
Please.
Just, as a man, as a father, I just don't think you get to do that. I don't think you get to not claim. No matter how bad the relationship is, no matter how unorthodox it was, unplanned, unwanted, and maybe I'm speaking from a place of privilege where I have 2 kids with my wife and, you know, I'm only seeing the one side of it. But still, I just don't think you get to do that. I don't think as a man you get to just not claim a kid. I think it's just bad karma, bad vibes to just be walking around all willy-nilly and you physically put these kids out here, you know?
Yo, it was
made
better
choices.
off to just pay them and just keep it moving.
Okay, well,
just try to like, yo, everybody gets to rebrand.
Well, is he making sure he's paying?
Yo, he's like really. He has like, it seems like he has a disdain for them.
Yeah, you can't. You know, that's now
like he born out of sin, evil. All
yeah.
That's wild. That's wild.
Goofy.
That's wild.
Well, I'm the honorary second family dude in the. Well, you want to get the comments off?
Yeah. All right. Big shout out to Simple Things. He put a comment in the comment section. He tried to Thanos snap them kids out of his life because he got remarried.
For real. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, speaking of the honorary second family dude,
right
on the cast,
mm-hmm.
I actually played it the opposite way,
as you should.
My new family, I'm not gonna say they suffered, but I definitely made sure that we are not going to progress too fast until my daughter with my first wife is completely compensated for and good. Let me get her into the college that she needs to be. Let me make sure that we finish everything. Like, if it went a little sour, like if it, like in the worst case scenario, if it went sour with the new family, I would have to take blame for it because I definitely didn't move fast with that. I kind of paced myself to try to keep everything in line because I felt like that was the honorable thing to do. You can't forget about it. Listen,
I think that's the key word.
Pardon?
Well, what's that keyword?
Honorable. Like, dudes need to be honorable.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't. I don't think you get to do that.
Nah,
bro.
The worst you can be. Okay, let's just be honest. The worst that you can be in this full equation is just financially responsible and not there.
Right.
That's the last notch on the, and I don't even love to call that acceptable, but I would like to say I understand, right? Let's just say everything is all bad, and the least you can do is pay for, you know, the person that you brought into this world. That's the
that's
Well,
least.
let me ask you this, Corey.
responsibility,
Cool. Let me ask you
Sure.
this:
Sure.
Is there anything that would have you disown your children?
Listen, they're children. I work with kids. There's nothing. No. The mother, I guess, would have to be such a wicked witch that it's like, and more than that, remember, at a certain point in time, my daughter's 8. God forbid something ever happens. God forbid, I'm knocking on all the wood, something ever happens in my situation. My daughter has a cell phone. I can communicate, and I've built communication equity with my daughter where I can establish a relationship with my kids on my own. And I know what you're going to say. Well, what happened if the mother maybe keeps them away? If you've been a good motherfucker to the core, when that child is able to, they will understand that and know that you put, you might have been blocked out of the situation versus, was negligent to the situation.
I hear you, but some dudes get caught in that situation where
I'm sure they do,
the
man.
kids don't understand and they go years.
But I think they do,
having
though.
their kids
They
hate
do.
them
They
until they
do.
get older.
Your children have been with you up to this point. They know that you love them. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
no offense. Your wife could go and say to your kids what she really wants to say. You picking them up,
some mud on your name, and you not around.
That's the thing. You not around.
Yeah,
you not around.
Well,
so
that was the Gary Owens situation. Gary Owens was on with Club Shay Shay, and he was kind of talking about his kids from his divorced family, and they don't mess with him.
They don't.
Nah, he was saying that he's paying for college, he's paying for everything. These kids are a little older. They've made public statements that they don't rock with him. He's saying that,
and they're his kids.
These are his kids with his first wife that he got.
Those are all his kids, though.
Those are his
no
kids.
step kids.
No. He has 1 step kid and 2 biological kids.
Okay.
So he was like, they don't rock with him because the mom put everything in their ear.
Okay,
but he also owned up to it and was like, yo, I was on the road.
What she called him? The N-word? Like he called him the N-word or something?
He was on the road a lot.
GB,
He was saying, I'm gonna let you go right now, cool. But let me just put this one last thing. He was saying that he was on the road a lot and he didn't really play in a large role in their life besides financially.
Kind of easier to cancel him out. He was in that type of space.
He didn't have that equity.
But I'm gonna add. But now let's bring you, GB, back to the forefront. Is when you began to move on and start a new family.
Yeah.
You had built a certain level of equity to where at that point, do you think your ex-wife could have said anything to stop you or, or stop that buck where your daughter wouldn't want to mess with you?
Well, building equity means building equity on
all the forefronts,
all
right?
fronts. Yeah.
Okay.
So that means when my ex-wife, when my daughter needs to go out on a Friday night and she wants to get dropped off at a friend's house,
right?
And she calls me, I'm not gonna be like so I'm gonna drop her off. You're gonna pick her up. Like we still co-parenting. Like there's a part of when you're building equity, you're building equity on all fronts.
Yes.
Your kids have to see you putting that effort in.
You build the equity
you
with the grandma.
Next to them on you gotta be next to, you gotta be at the soccer games, you gotta be at the baseball games, you gotta be at the recitals, you gotta be at everything. You really kind of can't miss anything. You gotta operate within the same parameters that you are her parent.
So it kind of brings me back to just saying I don't think men we don't get the opportunity or the privilege of just walking away. Some people have, it's things that happen and it sucks.
Well, you kind of do, cool, because let's keep it real. The mother is 9 out of 10 times the primary caregiver, right? So it's just easy to just, yo, I'm paying. Let me go live my life. I'm gonna work all the overtime. I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna start a new family.
That's the least
I'm
you
gonna
can
go on vacation. I'm gonna do all this. You know what I mean? And niggas keep it moving. Yeah, I'm gonna miss a couple of things. I'm gonna miss a couple of games and all that. Yeah,
but you didn't do that though. You talking?
No. I'm not gonna do that. But we're trying to help.
Okay.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're talking about the Brian Mcknight stuff. It's gonna get people onto the podcast. But let's talk to the dude with that someone on their name, and they really trying to play it like, yo, baby mom just kicking dirt on me, yo, she foul, you know what I mean? But yo, really, you gotta look in the mirror. Did you really put the work in that you really wanted to?
So you saying you can't give your baby mom's room to throw dirt on your name, because if you there and your kids see you,
no room, basically.
They-
Yes.
no room.
No
You
room.
gotta be right there.
No
you
room
know?
for failure.
Like
You got to go
you
above and
lay down,
beyond.
I've been married and I got and I have a child. Honestly, having a child with somebody is more of a bond than have them just being married and not having kids ever. You will be in that person's life almost forever if you have a baby with them.
Mm-hmm.
Find a way to make it work, yo. Get over this shit. Like, I know they could be bitter. I know they could be spiteful. I know all that shit. But yo, just try to find a place where y'all are just trying to make it work for the kid. Even if it means, yo, just not bring the new girl around right away. Play the politics. Do it. If you're not doing it for anybody, just do it for your kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only advice I got. Because I really genuinely want to help. I met a lot of people who grew up without their father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I had my father in my life. You know what I mean? And I appreciate him. You know, and I wish everybody gets to grow up like that. So let's keep it in. As black men, we wrongly, because the statistics don't say that, but we do get that rap that we're bad fathers and we're absentee fathers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's break that trend. Let's work on it. Let's take this fuck nigga and let's put him on the pedestal and be like, yo, we don't want to be like him. He in the light. You know what I mean? And let's learn from the situation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
All right. Where we going next? We going to
Let's go to Big Shaq, yo.
All right.
Let's go to the Diesel.
That
boy's on that boat with that young thing. Cool ain't like that.
You want to go to his ex-wife first?
Nah, let's go to ex-wife. Let's go to
the ex-wife first?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Let's go to the ex-wife.
All right. Hold on. Let me share the screen and. All right. So Shawnee O'Neal, which is Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife and the mother of his, I think they had 4 kids together.
Yeah.
And she is moved on. She's remarried, but she's coming out with a book.
Yeah.
And in one of the passages inside the book, she says that she feels like she was never really in love with Shaq. And she may have been in love with the idea of being in a relationship and being married to the father of her children versus being in love with him.
Okay.
All right, let's jump into it. Hold on.
Looking back, I don't know that I was ever really in love with the man. Made one cry.
Yeah.
But I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family
Hold on, let me start it all over.
Looking back, I don't know that I was ever really in love with the man. Made one cry.
Yeah.
But I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family with. I was in love with the idea of building a life together.
Absolutely. I was in love with the partnership that I never got. I didn't experience partnership in a relationship until now. But you know, Shaquille and I have a great relationship now.
Beautiful children.
And beautiful children. I would not change any part of my story, not one part of my story, no matter how depressed, how sad, how much at the bottom I felt. I would not change one part of it because I feel like my reward is now. Like I am, you know.
Looking back, I don't know.
All right. So the actual clip ended with Shaq's response of what she said. and he said like I wouldn't have been in love with me either. And he wished her the best. So, what do you think about the clip?
Clip was interesting. The clip was we're telling young. First of all, the first thing I took from the clip is Shaq definitely got a type. Like Shawnee looks like every other female that he kind of resembles Hoops a little bit. Kind of like he liked the little
he likes light skin,
light, smaller, like petite kind of frame, like nice.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, joints. Good for him. Nice him on that time. What's the name? Yeah, because young, he was a young dude with money, and she was his first wife, and she has the story of most first wives of dudes that get married young. You know, with means. I think she stuck around for the money and for the lifestyle. And I think he never got his act together enough for her to kind of like justify staying, and he kind of gave her out. You know, he was a playboy. We've read of his exploits in the. I never read it, but I seen accounts of it in the Corinne Stephan book. And that he's paying for women's rent here, and he's paying for this stuff there. So he was he was outside while he was inside. So he gave her out. Maybe she had to cope. Maybe that was a coping mechanism that she had to just be like, yo, okay, like, yo, I'm doing this for my family or whatever. But him,
you're
validating her and kind of saying that, yo, I wouldn't love me neither. That's, I think, him acknowledging his growth and everything, and where he was and where he's now. And
growth, all that other shit like that.
Right,
okay, cool.
Okay.
Right?
All right. You asked
me. Bro. He could have been a terrible husband, right? But you should be in love with that person before you get married.
Of course.
And for her to say she was never in love with him, all right. Now I'm probably gonna feel bad for her about his exploits and him whatever. Like, you never loved the nigga. You know what I mean?
Funny. I'm gonna respond for that. I'm gonna respond to that for being the resident divorce cat on the podcast. When you're separated longer than you were together, you start forgetting about that relationship, and you don't even think about it anymore. It's out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
And the first thing to go is the feelings. You don't remember what you used to feel for this person, So I could kind of see where she's coming from, where she could say that. If she could only remember the bad things and can't remember all the good things, then that's where she's at now, So I could see where she's coming from, At first, I kind of had a visceral reaction to it. It was like, oh, she was just using them, and all this. But once I heard his reaction to it, I was like, oh, okay, Playboy, you know what she was doing.
So let me ask this question.
Go.
If you're truly in love with somebody, would you get a divorce?
Yeah. You're gonna love yourself first. You're never gonna love somebody. You shouldn't love somebody else more than you love yourself. If you love somebody but someone doing you dirty, then you gotta go.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think a lot of people
to never have to be there.
I think a lot of people that stay in situations, I think they're in love with that person. They're in love with
people
that person.
Who stay in situations that they're not happy in.
I think them being in love is the happiness, right? If infidelity happens or something happens, they stay because they are in love with that person.
But what if it's constant infidelity? To the point where it's disrespect.
I don't know.
What trumps that? Like, is disrespect a stronger emotion than love?
I don't know. I don't think
a stronger emotion than love?
I don't think
Like it's different emotions at
Well,
play
there,
in a
there could be
marriage.
there could be one person.
Respect.
There could be one person that might be in love and other person's not in love. But I think two people that are in love, I don't think there's constant disrespect. You
Yeah,
can't.
well, we're talking about a
doesn't
healthy
even-
marriage. We're not talking about a man who's going around paying rent for different women all over, cheating, and Kobe coming out. Like, that was the final. Remember what was the final story when Kobe kicked his back in? Like, nah, Shaq was blazing too. Like, the certain thing was like, okay, I know, but now it's on Front Street now. You know what I mean? And now a book is coming out and all that. So there's certain things like, I can take the infidelity. You know what I mean? But once people start knowing, and now I'm the butt of everybody's joke. Now it's like, I can't do this no more.
And maybe Shaq
never could have
feels,
came out.
No, maybe Shaq feels the same way.
Right.
Maybe that's why he can deal with her saying that.
Yeah.
Because he probably like, I
was
might
a
have not
wild
been
boy.
in love with her either.
That part. Yeah.
It was for the moment. I thought she was a good chick to have kids with, and I got some kids out of the situation, and it didn't pan out to some forever shit. But it was a moment. But I think that the two don't really go together.
What's that?
I think if you do certain things that are disrespectful, you probably, there's probably not as much love as you think it is in the relationship.
Strong statement. Because people mess up, so you're not giving any grace. So someone,
I didn't say that. I mean, like when you were saying like if there's constant disrespect.
Yeah, constant disrespect. Yeah. I'm talking about like one slip up. Like people can mess up.
No,
too,
people can mess up.
All right.
People can have moments of weakness.
All right.
They could, but I'm not saying like, once, you get to 3.
Yeah.
All right, you becoming habitual. You get to
to
5 or 10, like you straight disrespectful. But you could violate. You don't want to violate people that you really, really love. And then if you constantly violate people that you love, I'm gonna question the way you love people, or if you really truly love people.
Yeah. Cool. You got any thoughts?
You guys are doing so great, man. Keep it going, man. You guys are killing it out there.
I was going to the can while you gave me like 20, 30 seconds.
I'll throw a question out there. Throw a question. Throw something out there. I'll me and Ron will take it for your post.
I am going to throw y'all a question.
Yeah, give me an initial question. We got
nepotism. What are y'all thoughts on nepotism in the industry?
Recently,
I just saw in hoops, you're seeing LeBron James' son is going to be drafted into the NBA.
He is?
Well, he entered the draft, so he's going into the league. And then we see
he's headed to Bumville.
We see the Lion King trailer, the Mustafa trailer.
Yeah,
with Blue Ivy is going to be voice acting alongside of her mother Beyonce. And then we also see Kanye West's daughter, Northwest, is on songs, and she recently made her directorial debut. It kind of feels like these celebrities are using whatever equity that they gained with us to make us sit through their kids' recitals.
That's not. That's up to you.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
If we want to sit through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because you
like if you want to
don't get upset because you idolize their mother or you idolize their father, and you want to watch them because you idolize their mother or their father. That's your fault. That's not their fault.
Okay. All right. Cool. Any thoughts?
I mean, I also feel like that's all the game has ever been. The game has always
we used to kind of like what's the name, right? We used to kind of shun it. And
it was silent.
What I'm
you
trying
didn't know.
to say, the game has always been nepotism. That's the world. The world is nepotism, right? The goal is no matter what industry you in. Let's say, Ronco, whatever. Let's say you decide to, I don't know, make computer chips that did whatever the fuck they did.
Mm-hmm.
If you make them very well and you score very, very big and you make a shitload of money or you're super successful in that, you're gonna look at those 2 kids you got and go, hey, listen, you wanna get involved? Like you wanna,
Yeah.
right? Let's say you know,
I got the express lane.
the Cigars and Whiskey podcast, you know what I mean, does what it's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And the level of blow-uptuousness goes through the roof. And this is making more money, like, you know, as it already is,
Mhm.
than we could handle. You're going to look at your 2 kids, and if they, let's say they don't have the direct path right away, you go, listen, it might even start like this, though. It might not even be that deep. It may be like this. It may be, hey, son, do me a favor. Look at this AI app real quick. See if you can get to do this and learn this one little piece good enough.
Mm.
File these papers I need, or can you just do research for me for whatever the case was, and you give them a little something. That's how it starts, and that's how it should be, right? Nobody can argue that, right?
Yeah.
You can't argue putting your people on, and I think that's what because in the reason why I say that is, if you look at any artist or anybody successful, pretty much in any field, they have ties to somebody who's been in the field or around the field, or
absolutely
nobody's just there for no reason. Well, I mean, you might have your once in a blue moon situations, but on a larger scale, any field you look at, it's all passed down from the ancestors.
Cool. You're a numbers guy. What about this whole new phenomenon, like the baby sneezes on the track, and now she's the youngest baby to have a #1 record, or she just
that's just what Ron calls me guilty of. That's all it is. All that is Ron's point at me.
What you mean?
Is that everybody's just obsessed with numbers as a metric?
No, it's not obsessed with it. You just, you respect it.
I respect it, but like I said,
I'm not saying it
at that point is when I have to, be an honest man and say that this guy nails me to the cross every time for doing such a thing. I can't run. I can't run from my faults.
Yo, this baby, whatever.
Yo,
I can't run from my
Ivy,
faults.
she one of the illest artists in history. She sold
I would say
10 million records.
Right.
She was on the track. She
But
won
Ron,
a Grammy.
But Ron, I believe you should know me better than that, and you should know.
I know.
You
I'm
should
just
always know that I'm not. My opinion isn't because of the numbers. The numbers always support my opinion.
Yeah.
Big difference.
I agree.
Okay. Now, what I will say is, what was the initial question, Ron? I was ready for Ron in front of you.
No, but now we're taking it so far as like, yo, the baby drools on the
right.
at 6 months, and now she's the youngest Grammy Award winning baby because she drooled on the track.
Well, let me ask you a question: is it just bad because nobody's thought of it yet? Is it bad because it just hasn't happened yet?
Well, it's bad because it is taking advantage of the spirit of the game. You know what I mean? Like same way flopping in the NBA is frowned upon. It was cool, like a little bit to like sell a call. But now, like when you base your whole offense off of flopping, now we got to call you for it. Now it's like, all right, Kyle,
all right. Well, I wouldn't
doing it too much.
I would.
And 1 second to address Ron a little bit too. Like, yo, if my kid wants to go see Lion King movie, like I gotta go sit through that movie, and now I gotta sit through this person who we had to stomach it with the whole Will Smith. I feel like Will Smith was the first person to push his kids on us.
But wait, Ron, he actually went away. He actually went away when I asked you that initial question. Your job, whatever job you want to claim, GB podcast extraordinaire. Let's say if you're fly nigga extraordinaire, let's just say you can just get super cake off of getting fly. That's the shit. That's what makes you money. Let's say you make a lot of money, you do very, very well, and you become one of the flyest niggas on the face of the earth. You wouldn't look at your daughters and be like, hey, listen, look at this little opportunity I got here. Yo, you can come here and, you're going to pass that buck. You can't be upset because someone passes the buck. Everybody's here. Everybody's where they are because someone passed the buck.
I would say let it happen organically. We used to let it happen a little bit more organically.
It is organic. It's their life. Think about it. These are children who don't have a life of their own. Right?
I believe certain celebrities, they encourage their kids that want to be in the same line of work that they're in.
Come on.
I don't think they're forcing.
Listen, Kanye West is forcing it. Kanye West is forcing Northwest.
Maybe you never
Kim
know
is
though.
forcing Northwest
Why?
on us.
She
Like,
seems
yo,
like she's
her
doing.
picking- yo,
She seems like
her
she's doing
jumping-
a bunch of creative stuff,
her
not just one
jumping
thing.
on- yeah, but it's like, yo, it's what kids do. My kids do, like, it's part of being a kid. Being creative is part of being a kid. Like I sat through my kids' recital last night.
See, you're
All
mad
right,
at the
but you're not-
game.
I
you're
loved
not
it. I
Kanye
went,
West,
but I'm not
though.
gonna go up. Yeah.
Don't be
exactly,
mad at
but I'm
the
not
player,
forcing
man.
everybody else
Who says
to
forcing?
sit through it.
Well, let's first of
Yo,
all, okay.
I didn't
no.
listen to the Vultures album. I heard
Listen.
she's all over it. I open up YouTube and I'm scrolling. I see Kanye West has a new video, like 2 weeks ago, directed by Northwest. What does kid know about directing the video? You're just giving these kids these kind of things, and it's kind of like,
All right, listen. If it was anybody,
yeah.
it was anybody but Kanye, I might give you that.
all right.
He might be crazy enough to actually let the girl sit there and try to pick out shit enough to direct the video. He's that kind of guy where he'll go. He may go, yeah. Oh, comment.
I think it's heat checks. I think it's heat checks.
I ain't mad at that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to go home and he check my kids right now.
What
do you
got? Hollywood's. Let me show it. Hollywood been on the nepotism train. Look at all the actors that have been kids that go into the film or music. Most don't have the sustainability their moms and pops did. But I guess you can't knock the hustle. That's the thing. At least some of these kids, you'll see somebody popping in the industry and you won't know nothing about them. And then all of a sudden you be like, oh, that's such and such nephew or such and such daughter or whatever. They'll change their name and they'll try to wiggle in there without people knowing that they're related to somebody that's already famous. But what I was saying before about the heat check, I think a lot of these artists have like godlike complexes and they want to see like, yo, if anything that I could do, if I literally sneeze on a track, well, can I sell 1 million records?
No,
They
I'm
think
going to
that-
sell
I'm
the
that
million
ill.
records, but I'm going to give my kid this little opportunity. It's almost like it's cheating. It's like James Harden. Like it's just cheating. Like it
That's
looks
unfair.
nasty.
That's unfair.
It's going to get called out a little bit more. I'm going to be the first person to say it.
It does get called
It's going
out.
to get called out.
It does
more.
get called out.
Like we're going to say it more. Like we're going to see this
Does
more.
it? They
Because
get-
because on the opposite end there's David Washington.
You worship me though.
Denzel Washington's son,
Mhm.
who
Working hard.
working hard,
Working hard.
doing
Yeah.
his own thing,
Putting his
never
work
been
in.
in a movie with dad,
Mhm.
doing his own thing. Like he's not leaning on dad.
Maybe
On the
dad.
opposite
Maybe
side,
dad
there's-
didn't provide
there's,
that though.
with the Smith boy who crashed out already because dad just forced him into everything. He never had to
I think
earn
he's
everything.
Pretty talented.
Who you talking about? The Will Smith boy?
Jaden Smith.
Jaden
I
Smith?
think he's pretty talented.
Yeah,
What
he has.
can we even
He has talent.
gauge that on? Like what? On what?
Jaden Smith has
I
talent.
think he's a pretty decent actor.
Yeah.
What's
He's
the
a
last thing he's
pretty
been
de-
on?
Pretty decent music. It don't matter.
It
He
even
don't have to
matter.
do shit.
He's got a Karate Kid under his belt, which is probably still showing.
All right, he's not. He's a pretty
I
decent
like
actor.
them
He's a
movies.
pretty decent
Yeah.
musician, right?
Yeah, pretty decent.
And
Got a following.
Come on.
He's got a following now.
This
I
is
believe-
pop-
I-
like,
I-
yo, the only reason we know about this guy is because of his father.
I don't know. No, I think he's past that.
I think he has enough talent
Yeah.
to be successful,
Bad example.
Jaden Smith?
bro.
What has he ever done? Like, what
All
are
right,
we
so
talking about?
Is Rihanna?
Every
Is,
movie
wait,
he's
is
ever been
Rihanna
in-
super talented?
Be honest, yeah.
Like she's super talented?
Rihanna is super talented, yes.
In what way?
She can sing
She sings very well. Like
very
good.
well, above average.
Corey, you think she
She
sings
is
above
above
I
average?
was doing my
Oh,
best.
stop.
I was
is-
trying to get out of here.
Wait.
Rihanna
Corey,
is as talented as Madonna. Rihanna is as
Okay.
talented
Okay.
as Madonna.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
That's her comp.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So you think Rihanna's a great singer?
Wait, GB, you throwing this to me now?
No, yeah. Just
That's
answer
her comp.
yes or no. Yes or no. Is she a great singer?
Not necessarily.
Is she a good singer?
Yes.
She's a good singer?
Mhm.
Is she a good dancer?
She's good.
Rihanna is a play on the 80s rock star. She is a play on Mick Jagger. She is a play on Madonna. She is a play on swag. Her swag.
Yo,
is
bro,
what
you
sells.
can't compare to
We've
Mick
seen
Jagger.
it.
We talking
What
about
we
niggas that's
talking
in
about?
bands, like that play instruments and shit.
Well, he was the front one. He was the front runner of
You can use Madonna. Madonna's a good
the
example.
Modern day David Bowie.
Yeah,
She's
use
the
Madonna.
modern day.
Use Madonna.
Yes,
Yeah, Madonna's a good example.
yes. She sells sex appeal. She sells swag, and she's good enough to package everything up.
No, all right.
I'm with
No,
you.
no.
Yeah.
All right.
But like, get
Okay,
your point,
all right.
so I can body that too.
No. I think Jaden Smith is a better actor and musician than Rihanna is a singer and dancer.
No,
And Rihanna's a superstar.
no, come on, bro. You went to Rihanna to make that point?
Yo, you think I don't even know why. Whatchamacallit gave him the good, like he gave her the good, like she's a good singer.
She's good. No, I said she's good.
Rihanna got ballads.
No, you
She
said
was
she's
the
a good
Super
singer,
Bowl
right?
No, I didn't say she's a good
Rihanna
singer.
did
I
the
said
Super
she's
Bowl.
good.
Did I
So
not ask?
everybody
Wait,
is
did I?
thinking
Wait,
she's
hold
trash?
on. Did I not ask him if she was a good singer?
No, you stretch you stretch the context of my words.
Rihanna's a good singer.
She's good.
She has ballads.
No, Kelly
good,
Rowland
huh?
is a good singer.
But Kelly Rowland has no personality.
I'm not talking.
We're
Bro,
not saying
don't
that.
don't
We're
move
not-
the
no.
goalpost. Don't
singer.
move the goalpost.
We love
We're
you,
talking
Kelly.
about singing.
Makes you a good singer.
Kelly Rowland is a good
We
singer,
love you, Kelly.
and Kelly Rowland is way better than Rihanna
As a singer, yeah.
as a singer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, leaps and bounds.
Rihanna doesn't even really dance like that. He says she's a good dancer too.
Good enough.
You didn't say that. No, don't say good
I
enough
said
now
good.
because you said good.
I
said good.
understand your point.
What I'm saying is that she's very mediocre, but she's a superstar.
Close to mediocre. Was Madonna mediocre?
Talent wise, she didn't sing.
Yeah,
great.
I don't think she was a good singer. She wasn't
She
a great
didn't
dancer.
dance that great.
They made her into a star.
So maybe you're not a fan of the
And what
swag
I'm saying
you
is
know what I
that
mean, artist.
Jaden
Like,
Smith has enough talent that if they wanted to make him a superstar,
Yeah,
and they could make him a superstar.
Rihanna's rap comp is literally Kanye West.
Well, listen, Jaden Smith is kind
His
of a star.
swagger made him a good enough rapper
Who?
that he is one of the best rappers ever.
Who?
Kanye West. Rihanna's rap comp is Kanye West.
Oh, you put
Swag.
Kanye West in the list of the
No.
greatest rappers?
Not well.
He's up there.
Kanye's more talented than Rihanna is.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
top
I say
level
Anthony,
producer.
he's top
He's a
level.
top
He's
no,
a top level
producer. Oh yeah, no.
Well,
Producer.
Rihanna's a top level fashion designer. Everybody does
What?
other shit.
No,
She got Fenty and she makes makeup. Everybody does other shit. We're talking about music.
Wait,
no.
all right,
Musically,
With you.
Kanye is
If we
more
wanna move the
talented.
goalpost, we were only talking about music.
No,
Now we're
no.
talking about other shit.
No,
My boy,
we were talking about the talent that people have.
Kanye's talent, Kanye's physical abilities when it comes to making music is better than the 1% of all people who make music. Why? Because you can put Kanye in a room with just instruments and sounds and whatever, and he's going to come out by himself. He gets help.
Got you.
He does get help.
Got you.
But my point is, if you removed all help and just said, brother, you got to do it,
All right.
he would be able to
So he
walk
has
out.
a very
Yes.
high metric outside of the
His-
actual.
yeah,
making.
his
He
talent
can
level,
make-
his skill level.
Rihanna's
is very high.
swag is there. What's the name? Madonna's swag was there.
No,
Mick Jagger's
come
swag.
on.
No, the
Bullshit.
production of
So Pond the River, Rihanna, the swag was there.
We saw it. She
What
came
you
out with
mean?
everybody else.
No.
Why is she still? She just did the Super Bowl a year ago, pregnant.
That don't. All right, that's fine and dandy.
What are you talking about?
But
that might be
this
off
is-
equity though.
This is already her. Niggas put energy
So
into her to
we're-
make
so-
her that.
so we
To
are
do-
discussing. All right, let's not run from the fucking fuckery. We're discussing Rihanna only because you were like you're saying Jaden Smith is on par.
I
with
said
Rihanna?
talent wise.
So where's he been the last 20
as
years?
an actor.
The last movie he did was that joint with Will Smith that they forced and nobody watched, that science fiction movie.
That's fine.
He hasn't done any independent movies.
That's fine.
He hasn't done anything outside of anything that
But
his
guess
father
what?
gave
not-
him.
But wait,
that's not-
no. That's not by.
The last song he did.
That's not because
his
he's not
father
good.
had to come
Yeah,
behind him
exactly.
and fucking remix the shit for it to
No.
even pop.
It's not because he's
And now
not
that his
good.
father's career's in the toilet, Let's see what this dude is gonna do. I could brought up David Washington, and you really like standing on this freaking Jaden Smith shit.
No,
We're talking about
no.
He's the poster boy.
I
for
didn't.
nepotism.
Did I?
And then
Wait,
the
wait.
girl,
I did
and
not
then the
compare.
girl,
Hey, now Willow,
I did not
nice little
compare.
Willow
album.
is the poster for nepotism
I-
who didn't even want the shit.
I didn't.
She fucking cut her hair because she didn't want to fucking do the whip her hair shit.
Willow is doing some
Um,
nice music right now, though. Willow's showing some nice little. Nah, man, come on, man.
I'm not. I never compared Jaden Smith to David Washington.
We talking about people who earned it and people who are,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like they
So
they
you
are
really
using
feel,
their cultural
like,
equity.
you really
to,
feel
to
like
force their kids.
you think Rihanna earned it? You think Rihanna earned it?
Yeah, no.
Yes,
No, she
Rihanna
definitely earned it.
Rihanna, we talking about Rihanna here.
She earned it. She earned it.
Yo, Navy, get out this nigga. It ain't me.
Yeah, it ain't me.
Get out this
I'm
nigga.
getting out of here too.
All right.
Please.
She earned it.
But I'm in the Navy. I'm a big Rihanna fan. Like, I don't, you know, I don't really.
I got this. No, I got this. Somebody gave me a gift.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think if you get a chick that looks good and she could hold the note, you get some songwriters for her, you got Rihanna.
That's a fact.
Oh, you digging
That's a
deep,
fact.
man. You digging that hole so deep.
That's
No,
a
what
fact.
you mean?
Rocco. You right, Rocco.
You right? So why has it never done it again? So make another hole. Where the next hole at?
No, you don't make a hove. You make a Drake.
They made a Rihanna out of a Madonna.
You make a
So you're gonna use the comp that I said that came.
You brought it
years
up. That's
before
what I'm
her.
trying to say.
Yeah, I brought it up. So 20
Yo,
years.
I think
so she was manufactured, right? And she was just.
I
so
think stars
when-
are made.
When you say that, that means you discredit
no
music. Like
No,
you're
no,
discrediting it.
No.
Us who actually listens to the music and the fans, because you're basically saying that we're being programmed
Yo.
by a couple.
No.
of students in the office.
Come on. Let's be honest. Beyonce, she probably had as many records as she had. She probably had a good percentage of them written by writers.
But her talent level
right?
is super.
But she can sing her ass off. She can dance her ass off. She's super talented, bro.
Super talented.
Michael Jackson probably didn't write a lot of those records, but the way he performed them and the way he sings and dances, super talented.
You mean swag?
Bro.
Do you mean swag?
No ability, swag plus ability. It's
Bro,
if making the case,
GB,
that's the formula.
Let me say, okay.
Folders.
Why?
If-
No.
if Michael
Let me
Jackson,
ask you this question. Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Wait, you can ask it as soon as I finish just making this
Okay.
one little point. You can ask me anything in the world you want to. Let me just make this last little point. Because by your last statement, you're just saying that if we're gonna put artists in a folder, the head of that folder is Michael Jackson. Second of that folder is Beyonce, Madonna, Mick Jagger, Rihanna. No. Breezy is actually a little bit more talented than.
No, he's with Beyonce and Michael Jackson. That's not the Rihanna folder.
I don't put me Madonna in that folder.
Rihanna's not in that
There's
folder.
Artists, there's Prince, and there's Michael Jackson. All right.
Mm-hmm.
There's two folders. It's black and white. All right. They are true
It's not
artists.
black.
They are artists that
No,
go out there and play
no.
all their own instruments. They are the music geniuses,
Yeah.
and they are the people who get songs written for them, and they can perform them very well.
But Rihanna's
You
not a
wanna
musical
move the
genius.
She's not.
goalposts
Yeah.
Very, very,
Okay,
very
listen.
conveniently
Ron, let
for
me.
you when you want to do it.
Okay, listen. Let's
Right?
let's just say, let's use your point. Let's say you're right, GB. There's two folders. There's Michael Jackson.
I've never been wrong.
There's Michael Jackson. Hold on. All right, come on now. There's
No,
Michael
no,
Jackson. There's
wait,
Prince.
wait.
Those are the two folders.
Yes,
Rihanna goes in which folder?
Michael Jackson.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question.
Go.
Does Rihanna's performance, dance? Oh, well, no. Before I even go there,
Yeah.
who else is in the Michael Jackson folder? Give me two other artists in the Michael Jackson folder.
Beyonce and Madonna.
So you're saying that Madonna on a talent level is as high as Beyonce?
Yes.
Lord have mercy. Where's Chris Brown go?
Well, folders have.
Where does Chris
different-
Brown go?
Chris Brown is in the Prince folder. He's a pure artist.
Why is he a pure artist?
Chris Brown writes a lot of his own songs, right?
Well, he writes and co-writes. He gets help, but I think
he
writes
he's
the
a
majority.
but he's a
of his
majority
own.
writer. Yes,
Right.
He's a
So,
large majority writer.
Doesn't it start there with the writing, with the actual music?
Mhm.
Doesn't it start there?
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
So the second thing is the production and the money value and everything, the videos and everything like
No,
that. All
that's
the
not
fans and
that's not the
everything
person's
and everything like
talent.
that.
Then I think you need three
Person-
folders
let
because
me speak.
Beyonce, because you can't dismiss Beyonce. You can't put Beyonce in a whole different folder based on her just not having one aspect, and that's the writing aspect.
Well, that's
and
the biggest aspect of it. Well, what does she do exceptionally well, better than Michael Jackson then?
I think they're right in line with
they're
each
in
other.
line with each other.
So why is this such a bad thing that they're in the same folder?
We didn't say that.
No.
You put Madonna in that folder.
You put Madonna
That's
in
the
that
problem.
folder.
Well, you could be in the same folder.
Madonna
Kanye West-
can't. Madonna can't sing like they can sing.
just
She
'cause
can't
they're in
dance the way they can
Well,
dance.
just because they're in the same folder, it doesn't mean that they're on the same level, but they're just in the same bracket.
You're saying
I'm
that
saying
there's
black and white.
You
We
saying
got
that
different shades of black and
if
white.
you're
right?
putting them in the same folder, you're
Yes.
saying that their skill sets are similar, which is
Yes.
not this. It's not the
their
same.
attributes are.
It must be a
similar.
third folder.
No, their attributes are similar, but there's different levels to their attributes.
Rihanna, Madonna is in the same
How
folder
are you not understanding what I'm saying?
because Rihanna, Madonna,
They
they're
are
not good
pure
singers and they're
musicians.
not good
They're a
dancers.
pure
But they're
musician,
superstars.
and then
But
there are
they're
superstars
superstars.
manufactured. There are people with teams, and there are people
Okay.
with.
All right,
Every-
wait,
every-
wait,
okay.
wait, no.
Every superstar has a team.
Wait, let me
right? We're talking about talent, bro. Every superstar has
Simple
a team.
things. Help me out, please.
No, but this is the thing.
You can be the top.
Let me just get him real quick,
man.
Ronco. But
Mhm.
but listen. So what you're trying to tell me right now is Michael Jackson was only where he was because he was manufactured to be that. He had
Since he was in the womb, like he basically got beat into his position.
Now.
Like, yo, he's literally been bred to be like, yo.
So you're telling me, all right, but with that, yes, you're correct. But the flip side of that coin is you're telling me that Madonna has the same talent level as Michael Jackson.
No, I'm not saying the talent level. I'm saying
he was.
There are 5. Let's just say that there are 5 jars, right, that have to be filled.
We had 2 jars. You laid 2 jars out on the table.
We laid two. No,
you did.
We laid 2 jars.
You
on
did.
The,
Now
on
I
the
say
table,
we.
Right?
You.
Okay. All right. One is Hennessy. So no. One is whiskey, and one is a tequila.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So one is a Johnny Walker, like Beyonce is a Johnny Walker Blue, right?
Yeah.
Madonna is still whiskey. She could be a Jack Daniels, but she's still in that same folder. She's still on this side. So let's just say Prince is
tequila.
Is a different kind of tequila.
Prince would be whiskey if you ask me.
See, now come on, now we're going back and
It's
forth.
the same.
You agreed with me
because
that
to me, Prince and Michael Jackson are almost one of the same.
About the folders?
I don't separate those two. Everybody else does.
The folders?
What?
We'll go about the folders. All right, we can. What else you guys got? What else you guys got? I'm cutting my mic off.
If Rihanna, we gonna end it in this. But you said Rihanna's thing is swag. If Rihanna has so much swag, why did she stop doing Caribbean music? If the swag was so much, so ill.
Are you asking?
They chopped that
I want to give you the last
shit.
word.
The first record she did was some Caribbean shit, and that shit went out the window. They redirected her to a total different like pop music.
Right. So that's what her team built for her. That's what her team built it.
You said she had swag.
She had plenty of swag. Yeah, she bought Caribbean.
Did the team bring the swag to her?
No.
Was that added to her with the songwriters and the?
With a little bit
whatever?
with the clothes and the haircuts and everything, and with her stylist and everything like that, with everything, yeah, she definitely had swag added to it. That whole Bad Girl Read, that whole run, yeah, that set her apart from everybody else. Remember, when Rihanna came out, it was her and Tiara Marie. Tiara Marie was straight Black American, really she was just doing the other route. Rihanna went the West Indian route and came with other way. And once she
after that, she kind of moved away from that.
Out of here, but I'll let you get the last word. Yeah.
All right,
finish up.
All right, no, that's it. We can move on from that.
Move on. What we do? Let's
go
to soft do that. Let's go to soft guy.
Okay. All right.
You can play both.
All right. You want to give a little context on it?
No, let's watch the videos first.
All right. So next clip is going to be based on the soft guy era. There's been a trend that's going crazy on social media about men feeling like, all right, the provider vibe thing is kind of overrated. It's a scam, and women need to kick in just the same way men kick in. And it's like, all right, a woman can do for a man just as much as a man does for a woman. All right, so all right, we'll watch the clip, man.
Soft guy era. We will no longer be pumping our own gas. When we pull up to the gas station, ladies hop out the passenger seat and pump the gas while we sit in the car and watch TikTok videos. And we are now also requiring at least $100 to be spent on us on the first date. And if you can't afford it, you shouldn't be dating anyways. And I see all you females talking about, oh, soft guy era. You like men. If you like men, just say you like men. You want a female to take care of you. Stop yapping. It's giving broke. And this girl gonna have the nerve to ask me what I want to eat, and I said nothing. And she had the nerve to come home with food for herself and nothing for me. Even though I said I didn't want anything to eat, that didn't mean I didn't want anything to eat. Where's my food? You're supposed to be a mind reader. Now, can I get a drizzle? Soft guy era, it's our time, and you females that's on the street, y'all need to step y'all game up, because y'all are losing to these females that's in the penitentiary system. They got dudes lined up just sending them money. Matter of fact, all the friends that I got them a woman that's in the penitentiary system. Y'all got to step y'all game up, ladies. But going about y'all little business.
We want to go to the
Yeah.
All right.
Big man.
We'll give some contrast to
Yeah.
Yeah. So, every time I get on this app, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from you men. I don't know any of you all. But now y'all want to start this soft guy era, this drizzle movement, right? Listen, any man that's comfortable with the woman coming out of her purse or her pocket spending money on you, understand this, you'll do the same with a man. A lot of these men, ladies, are just down low. They just too insecure to come out the closet. Because this whole movement is perpetuated by them not really being, for them being in their feminine energy, for them not wanting to be a lead with masculine energy, because when you're in your masculine energy, there comes responsibility. You don't want the responsibility, so you want to go in your female energy, your feminine energy, talking about you want to live a soft life. You a man. But a lot of you males don't really want the responsibility. So now you want to flip it and try to gaslight women into believing that they supposed to pay your way. Understand, it's the same thing that these men are trying to get women to do for them. They will allow a man to do it for the right price.
My first question is, when you hear the term soft guy era or soft life, what's the first thing? What do you think about?
Trolling. I feel like it's men trolling women and turning the tables on them, saying the things that women say, maybe a little bit more exaggerated to get a visceral reaction out of them.
I would agree in some instances that there are men trolling, but I think there is a group of men that are truly,
but they don't say
really
it.
real.
They don't say it. They don't know. We
I
know
think there's
men.
a variation of it. Now this is trolling, but there is a group of men that are saying, "Yo, I'm not gonna stress myself out to be the quote unquote provider and work myself to death if it doesn't really make sense in order to."
We've seen that trope for years. When every new PlayStation drops or tax season, we see the memes of the guy walking behind the overweight woman or the guy walking with the older woman or like that. There are men who prey on undesirable women, and that's this coming.
So what do you say? You're saying those are the women that give these guys a soft life?
Yes. Undesirable women give men.
I don't necessarily feel like
I've seen it. I've seen it.
No. I know that. I think that's a different group of men. I'm thinking. I'm talking about men that subscribe to one side and that's the light bulb popped on, and they're saying like, "Yo, you know what? I'm not really doing that no more."
No, I don't really feel like there's a growing sentiment. I feel like this is a troll. It's a fun troll because it's getting the reaction out of them.
Mhm.
They're really taking it seriously, which is funny because Shorty reverts to the same old "who hurt you" or
Yeah.
"are you gay" shit. Like, nah, man, like you just a victim. You know what I mean? There's a lot of women out there that are victims. Same way men are victims. You know what I mean? Same way the undesirable men have to pay to be with desirable women. You know, like we didn't bring up the Shaq thing. You know what I mean? But Shaq was out there on the island with that 21-year-old. You know what I mean? You don't think that they went to Chanel and to Prada and to all them high-end stores? She got the Birkin. She on the Birkin waiting list and all that.
Possibly.
Like people pay for play. And that's all people are saying. Women have means now too. You think the women that are paying for this have a problem with it?
No, what I'm saying, what I believe it is this.
Go.
I think you have people dating, people in relationships where it's not traditional. The man is not the breadwinner.
Right.
You got women that are here making more money.
Yeah.
Buying more things. You know, they're starting to move in a certain way without dudes. You understand what I'm saying? And basically,
to do that, let me just interject a little bit. To do that, to be in your field and to be doing that, what are you? You're busy, right? You're spending a lot more time working, right?
Possibly, yes.
And you have a lot less time to be courting, right?
Possibly, yeah.
So what do you do if you want to pause a nice piece of whatever? Like if she wants a good looking man on her thing, like you got no time to go to the gym, no time for that makeup, whatever. She look, you know, whatever, but she got a pocket full of money. What's she gonna do? Same way a nigga gonna do it. Nigga gonna trick. Same way a dude gonna trick.
You're coming with the assumption that the dude is a deadbeat dude. Like she's gonna pick a deadbeat dude that has nothing going on himself, right? I'm talking about the dude that, all right, he might not make as much as Shorty does, but he can take care of himself. But then if he gets into a situation with that female and she out earns him, it's like, all right, why am I trying to push against the current? She can afford all this. Like, I really can't afford all this.
Yeah.
So, all right, am I going to be like, I'm the man, so I got to take all my money to pay everything and be broke versus like, yo, all right, well, I can help you out, or yo, you got it, so you can handle it. I think that's more
We're talking
of the
about two
sentiment.
different things. We're talking about usury and we're talking about building. Like building, everybody.
What is usury and what's building? Which one is which?
Usury is I'm not bringing anything to the proverbial table, and I want a lot back.
Yeah, that's what I feel like when you got the guys trolling.
Yeah,
I think you know the trolling videos like
building,
that. But I think there's a real community of dudes.
There's always been. I know dudes they're
saying like, yo, I'm not going to stress myself out in order to like take a chick out to a fancy restaurant
instead of
pay her bills or do X, Y, and Z.
Instead of going to college, I'm gonna go get a gym membership. I'm gonna go get brolic. I'm gonna get some tattoos.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're saying something,
and I'm gonna pray, and I'm gonna make same way women go get BBLs and all that, and they go pray.
That's not what I'm saying.
Men with means. Some women just want a piece of eye candy on their arm, and they're willing to pay for it.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Tropes. What are you saying? Please explain again.
I'm saying
they do that though. They do that though.
No, I would agree.
There
like, yo,
that are doing that.
If it same way a dude, if a woman is good looking and she's with someone that she feels like is physically not on her level, he gonna have to pay to play. That's how it goes, right? That's something different. I'm talking about. I think there's a new group of men that they're not, I guess you could say, like, you know, deadbeats. They're not, you know, they're out actively working. They might not earn as much as your doctors or your lawyers and all that other good shit like that.
We're talking about people who are building, though. You're talking about, yo, they got different intangibles that they're gonna bring to the part.
Okay.
I don't think that's a soft life. I don't think that's a soft life. I don't. So can you describe what a soft life is to you? What you think is a soft life?
In my opinion, I think a soft life is living more of a stress-free life, right? Case in point, let's say, for instance, if I'm dating right? Let's say I make 40 grand, and then I meet a woman that makes 100,000. Am I gonna try to like, yo, I'm the man, so I'm gonna try to pay your bills and shit? Nah, you got it. You good. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm not gonna stress. I'm not gonna stress myself out to pay your bills to feel like a man.
No, you're not gonna stress yourself out to pay your bills, but you're gonna pay your own bills.
Yeah.
I feel like soft life means I'm giving up my 40 grand and we're gonna live off your 100 grand.
No, I'm not. That's not what I believe.
Okay.
I believe it's
so
like
we have a little bit of a gap between.
Yeah,
what the
I believe
definition is.
it's like, yo, there's women out here that's saying like, yo, we getting it, we moving up or whatever.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
lead, go ahead, do your thing. I'm not gonna stress about being the lead in the household.
Right.
Yo, you want to lead, you doing your own thing,
There's a
whatever.
difference between out earning somebody and living a soft life. There's a big difference. Soft life means you just giving up. Like you have.
No, I don't
like,
think. I don't think so.
Or it's straight
giving up. No,
usury.
I think a soft life is not stressing yourself about
money. Waking up to go get money, having to go get money, having to think about money, have to do my. The only thing about money is like I'm just gonna hit my phone and then.
I think it's
money.
more or less
like strippers live a soft life. Like people like that live.
All right, we're
People
talking
who
about
live off of
in
their
the sense of
parents.
relationships, though, right? Two people being together, right?
Yeah,
because you could say like single. You could be like, yo, single life could be whatever. If you make a lot of money, you could be like, yo, I'm just gonna go vacation for 2 months straight or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you're not rich, or you don't have anything, you like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna go to the park or whatever and not go to work, and I'm gonna just sit in the park all day, and I'm not gonna stress out or go to work or whatever. I'm gonna take 3 days off.
Can you not use somebody and be in a relationship with them? Do you think Shawnee O'Neal lived a soft life?
I think it's a matter of perspective. It is. I think it's a matter of perspective.
I'm asking about your perspective, doggy. Answer the question. Dancing like you fuck a politician.
No.
Come on, nigga.
It's not even. It's not even that.
Yes or no?
I think I would say she probably lived a soft life.
Yeah.
I don't think she ever had to work.
Yeah.
She don't have to work.
She have to think about money.
No, yeah.
That's what the definition of a soft life. When someone doesn't have to think about money, or someone that's in case of
there's very few people that don't have to think about money.
Well, you can't say someone like doesn't want to pay someone else's bill. Like, all right, so if a regular dude, if a garbage truck, we got to comment first.
Okay.
I'll do mine.
All right. Soft life. Soft life must be the new phrase for sponsor. So now women getting mad because they not getting sponsored. Fact is, a lot of brothers just not going anymore. And this is what I'm trying to say. Instead of a man getting into a situation and jumping in to take care of everything, it's like, yo, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You already had it. I'm not gonna jump in to prove my manhood in order to stress myself out to pay your bills and make sure to quote unquote make you feel like a woman or
by
keep
your
a traditional situation.
By your definition, let me give you an example and let me see if it fits into your definition. Right? Okay. Manhattan, 37th Street, whatever. Everything is rocking. The garbage truck dude, right? He's on the garbage truck. He's flinging garbage into the back of the truck. He makes $80,000, right? Shorty comes out of they're the same age. They're both 30, right? Shorty comes out of a building on 37th Street, so we know what that rent is, right? She's a commercial lawyer, right? She comes out, he hollers at her, right? She bites, right? He makes 80, she makes she makes 500, right? They start dating. They like each other. He can't pay her bills.
No.
Right? They progress maybe a year and a half into the relationship, vacations, everything like that. She asks him to move in with her because she's already there and she likes him being around.
Mhm.
He can't pay that rent. He could play. What can he reasonably pay in that situation in that apartment?
He shouldn't like if he's living a soft life, he shouldn't pay
No,
nothing.
is he paying a soft life? He's waking up every morning and going towards garbage, he's still doing what he could do, but he's not living a soft life.
Let me ask you this: if you reversed it and it was a guy, making 400 and the woman making 80, would he make her pay anything?
No.
All right, so that's that. No, I think that's the difference. That's what it is.
Would pay. Yo, let me take care of the cable and the Netflix. Let me do something.
All right. Why you want to do that?
Because of pride.
Exactly. Right. And I think that's what you're taking out of the equation for the soft life. I'm taking all this pride shit out. Not because like, yo, I'm a man, so I gotta pay this shit. Nah, fuck that shit. You got it. You got it. Y'all say y'all doing good. Y'all making money. Y'all all this good stuff or whatever. Hey, you got it. I don't need to hop in
my cheese mold brain off. I can't really fathom where a man.
Well, that's why it's not super popular. That's why there's so much resistance against it. Because the thing is, women they're confusing because they want to be bosses, they want to have independence, but they still want you to take care of them.
Well, there are humans, and it's the nature of a human.
No, that's a specific human. That's women. That's not like
you can teach a dog to freaking do anything.
I don't think you should compare women to dogs.
You're right. A dolphin. You could teach a dolphin how to make a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but the nigga still want to swim in water. Like, it still want to be a woman. Like, it still is what it is. Like,
okay,
you know what I mean? Like, it is like. Women want to be treated like princesses. Niggas want their balls drained. It is what it is.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you got to find a way to treat.
No. I hear what you're saying, but you can't have it both ways.
Okay.
You can. Women can try to have it both ways because they have vaginas, and men are driven by that, right? So they can pretty much, even if it doesn't make sense to a man, just for sex, a man will try to do it, right? But other than that, like, yo, it don't really make no sense. Do you want to be independent or do you want me to take care of you? Right? You gotta kind of pick a side.
Well,
right?
They want to be independent, but they want to be protected.
First of all, like if me as a man, right?
Is it hard though, Ron? Like, was it hard for you to figure it out? Like
no, not for me, but you got to think about how confusing this is, right? As a man, right? If you're paying for everything, right? And then your woman say, I'm going to work. Every minute she going to work. She out of the crib. She working 12 hours a day, getting money or whatever. But you's paying for everything. Right. What you going to say? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yo, I'm paying for everything. Why you got to work so hard?
You're going to look at it and be like, okay, you were clear. This is a one-sided relationship. She's probably with me for money. Like, she's not gonna bring a meal home. She's not gonna be like, you're not doing anything. She's not paying for. She's not nurturing you. She's not doing anything for you.
You want to be nurtured, right? You want to be nurtured.
That's what we look for
especially if you're the one providing.
Yeah, you want nurturing.
You want nurturing, right?
Yeah. Yo, your nails need to get done. Come on, go to the spot. Let's go get some smoothies. Yo, let's do this. Like nurturing. Like, she wants to preserve you. Like, she's there to nurture you.
What if she's not available to you? Because she's doing her thing, but you're handling your duties as a man.
So
duties as a man, quote unquote.
Who's up? Like, who's making more? Like, what
it don't matter, because usually a man, it don't matter if he up, down, sideways. Just by default, a man if you ask anybody, they should take care of shit, even if they don't make enough money. And I think that's where the soft life comes, right? Let's just say a man gets in over his head, right? You gotta let me finish. No, it's not even rationalized. No, I'm not rationalized. Think about how many niggas, right, got in over their head, fucking with a chick that's out of they bracket.
Why is she out of her bracket? Let's reverse engineer it. Now we got there. Why is she out of his bracket? Why? Because she demands things that is out of his reach, right? If she cared for him, why would she demand things that are out of his reach?
That's what she used to.
She doesn't care for him.
That's what she used to.
No, if she wanted to be, I work at night in Brooklyn. There are niggas out there pushing a shopping cart with a bitch behind them. There are women that will just deal with anything a nigga got for them if they truly love them. So the math is the mathing, bro. It's not making any sense. If a woman truly wants to be with a man, she's gonna take what he has for her, put whatever she got.
Yeah,
let's make some gumbo. Let's make it work. You know what I mean?
No,
that's true love. Now we're talking about
with that
usury. Let's get to the real part of it. We're talking about
hold on.
About,
all right. So if you talk about the majority of relationships, is it true love or is it usury?
The majority of relationships?
Yes,
I think the majority of relationships is true love. Because the majority of people don't got the means to use to be used. If we couldn't keep it a buck.
Okay.
Most people just trying to scrape by to make it okay for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So to bring someone else into the fold and to take care of somebody else, that's a crash out.
I don't even think it's that deep though. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think a lot of times women don't even realize like I'm using a guy. Right? Think about. I'm gonna give you an example, right?
Of a soft use.
I'm gonna give you something that's not even, you wouldn't even categorize it as a use, but you know a nigga's he's not built for that.
All right.
A woman will get with a dude, be with him mad long, know the nigga don't make no money, and then she'll plan a fucking $50,000 wedding. That man can't pay for that shit. He want to marry you.
Well, if she
but he can't afford
wedding,
it.
Well, most people who throw weddings know that traditionally it's the wife's family that's supposed to throw a wedding.
Come on, man. All right.
What do you mean? Come on,
okay.
what? No. So if the woman's throwing plan a $50,000 wedding, we're like, what my dude
I know black folks, right?
Go ahead.
And there's a lot of situations where the black folks, their parents don't have the money.
Exactly. Most don't. So we all pull together and we put in together.
So
and we ain't gonna make it 50.
Usually
we're gonna make it like 25, 30, and we're gonna make this thing work. We're gonna do a couple of susus. We're gonna cash out a couple of little 401k, take a little loans out, and we're gonna make this little thing work. All right. We're gonna make this thing work. Simple things hollering at us. What up, big homie? You got on this? Tell me I'm right.
If a man, all right, shout out to our guy. Where at? Let me see. What's wrong with this freaking?
You got a couple of them. What is it?
Show that one. All right. If a man is gonna provide a soft life, that means he, as the provider, is gonna have to at minimum make 150 to 170,000 at least. That mortgage, pay car notes, vacation bills, kids. I would agree with that. Yeah.
And there's no room for investments. Like
for many, the math ain't math, and if that brother is making that, he got options, and that's usually what it is. That's usually what it is.
Right. So let's get back to the options. If the woman is making that and she looks at the part, then it's all good. But nah, let's bring it back to the looks wise. They bring it back to like, yo, if you don't look the part, niggas don't really care too much about it. Niggas do like the same trope. Yo, when the PS5 coming out, you know what I mean? We all see homie, you know what I mean, hugged up behind shorty at the ATM, or homie, you know what I mean, walking out. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do. We all see the tax season memes and all that. Laying up in the bed with the older women and all that. You know what I mean? Yo, I know dudes that brought around shorties with the Skeletor face.
All right.
And we have to just try to
front
like, yo, like, yeah, oh, okay, how you doing? You know what I mean? Because we know, like, yo, she on some shit. Why you don't bring me around your friend? He know he got to bring her around one time for him to keep the cash flow going.
But,
you know
all right.
We know.
So, no. All right, I hear you. But I hear what you're saying.
Right.
But you act like I don't hear what I'm saying on the other end. You think all those women that got the Skeletor face got bread like that? Or are they reaching or stretching to keep this nigga happy?
They are reaching and they're stretching to keep homie happy, but they're not in a relationship. That's where we disagree with.
No.
There are not
all right,
a lot of relationships built on this premise.
I get it, but what I'm trying to say, and I'm talking about
out there doing his thing, and when he come around, he gonna get a little 200, 250. He gonna spend some time with her, and he gonna go back to his regular.
A lot of the times, Same way men can't afford that, women can't afford that either. You understand what I'm saying? But they do it in order to be in the presence of somebody or do something, right?
Yeah.
In the name of love and all that shit like that, right?
Name of usury.
You call it usury,
Oh,
but I think a
name
lot of times relationships, and this is you could say usury, but I think the reason why this has come up is because women feel like in order for a man to show his affinity to her, he has to do something for her to show her like, yo, I'm willing to spend this amount of money on you. I'm willing to do this for you to show you that I like you, right? It's not about no true love shit. Because you talked about you feel like most relationships are some true love shit. I think when it comes down to dating, or even getting in the position or getting that chick that you want, that man is chasing, he probably will do some shit that he really can't do. He can't afford it because he want to hit or he likes her. He really, really likes her. But got a question for you.
Sure.
What do you feel about the soft life on the man side? Because it goes both ways. Because women, you got a lot of women talking about they want the soft life, but how do you feel about it? Do you think it's just young men or men just being lazy?
Yeah, it's lazy and dishonorable, but if it works for you,
dishonorable.
Yeah, I think it's dishonorable to your actual family, like the actual soft life. Like you just want to.
What you mean your family? Let's say we don't got no family. Let's say you meet a chick. Is it dishonorable to say like, yo,
for a man not to want to provide and bring
what if you
something
like
to the table?
what if you're just realistic and you like, yo, I can't
'Cause the
really
soft life
I
doesn't
can't
mean-
really afford everything you got going on.
Well, no. What is not the definition of a soft life? A soft life is not even a soft life is I'm not working. I'm not even doing housework. You got to bring a housekeeper in to do this housework. I just want to be around. I just want to be taken care of. I just want to be put up. So if a man that doesn't want to contribute as a man, if you want to really like use, if your existence is based on using this woman, I feel it's disgraceful.
All right, so let's just say it's a traditional situation,
Yeah.
and the man is providing.
Yeah.
Is he providing a soft life for that woman?
I think he aspires to. I think he aspires to give her. I'm not gonna say a soft life, but yeah, close to
Close
it.
to it, right?
Close to it.
Close to it.
You want her to be. You definitely don't want her to work as hard as you.
But there's no usury. There's no usury in that
you want-
situation.
no, because you expect her to excel at home and with motherhood and with everything else. Like you really want her to be a homemaker, and you will want her to. We spoke about this plenty of times. We will want her to work on her passions. Everybody wants somebody who's motivated. So at the end of the day, we don't want someone slaving for somebody else. But
That's what normally happens.
But most men want their wives to work for themselves and do something that they're passionate.
That sound good. That
right?
sound good.
Yeah,
sound good.
What if you came into means and your significant other just kind of like bummed around the house and just really didn't do anything? You would be very disappointed.
Yeah, you would be disappointed in that, but you wouldn't be disappointed if they had a job.
Break that down one more time.
You would be disappointed if they were just bumming around the house, but if they had a job, you wouldn't be disappointed.
Well, a job that they created themselves.
No.
Charity,
No, I'm not saying no. I'm
start
saying
something.
if they had a job working for somebody and doing something every day, you wouldn't be what was disappointed in that person.
Whatever purpose. You want someone that you love to have a purpose. You want to give your kids a soft life. You want your kids not to have to work until they find their career, but you want them to find a career. You want to give people a cushion to get where they want to. You want to get them to point A to point B the easiest. That's what really a soft life means when men want to provide it. You want to get them, but if there's no point B, then it's like, what are we even doing this for, right? If all it is spa days and holidays and vacations and mimosas at noon, then what are we even doing?
I don't
then we can
see.
spoil
I
this,
think
this human.
you.
This
I
is a
think you
human without a
judging it up a
purpose.
little bit.
What is
I
the
think
human
you're
without?
judging it up.
No, because this is what happens. We're 3 hours into the episode. We digging, right? And we getting a little
No,
deep.
I think you throwing a little sauce on top though, because a soft life.
You don't like my
a soft life for a dude is not. A soft life for a dude is not, mimosas at 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon every day.
It's the gym, it's blazing another show, he's doing other things, but we're not trying to justify.
We always got to throw some
We're
extra
not
sauce
justifying a soft life for a dude. We're justifying a soft life for a woman.
I said,
you asked me a specific question. You asked me, do most men want to provide a soft life for their wife? And I said, yes. You want to get them to point A to point B. You want them working on their passion. If your wife likes
most people don't have a passion. Most people don't figure out their passion ever in life, right? So they don't. They just work jobs. That's why I said, like, you wouldn't be disappointed if
luxury. But if you gave the person the luxury to do it, to help kids or to do something, to go,
I would probably bet all the money I have that if you gave 10 women, 10 people, not women, 10 people the ability to just go find your passion, I bet you it might be two that would find it, and the other 8 would just work a job. Because we're conditioned. We're conditioned for that. We're already influenced to go in that route. That's where we go. We're conditioned to do that. But I'm not talking about all that. I'm talking about a man saying, we pretty much partners, because that's how society is at this point.
It's a two-man sport.
Exactly. You agree with that, right? It's a 2-man sport, right? Yeah. So as a man, the fact that you don't have to carry everything and you splitting, or you just like, if we dating, you pay you, I pay me. That might be a soft life. I think that's more or less like a soft life.
It's a 2-man sport. So if someone is carrying the majority of the load, that means that person is not around for the other things. So that other person has to fill in the other things, like cooking around the house, cleaning and everything like that. That's where the whole housewife trope came into. Usually the man has to travel and he's away for business.
We not talking about no housewife. We talking about soft life, right?
Soft life.
And if a dude is saying a soft life, he's dealing with a woman that has the ability. She's actively out there in the world making money, doing her thing. And it's like, all right, bro, you got your shit, you doing your thing. I don't have to jump in and pay for anything for you. You good. And if you want to kick me back or look out for me, or you want to make, give me some amenities, cool. But I'm not going to stress myself about being a quote unquote traditional man and paying all your bills and make sure I pay for all the dinners and all that stuff like that. You got money too. I think that's the sentiment with a lot of guys these days, because they feel like being that whole provider shit is a scam. Because being real, there's a large percentage of guys that can't pay 100% of the expenses anyway. Right. So it's like, all right, why am I stressing myself to try to do this shit? I'm using all my money to try to pay all the bills or whatever. For what?
You're trying to outkick your coverage. Because you're not dealing with someone who likes you for you, because you're dealing with somebody who's using you, which I bring it full circle, is usury. The only reason you're dealing with this is because you are dealing with somebody who you couldn't bag off your own arm. You know what I mean? You had to bag them by putting them up.
I think
it's always been happening. It happened with drug dealers. It happened with fucking athletes. It happens with anybody who comes up with a large sum of money at a young age.
I don't think that's it.
It is, yo. Now the women are getting the bag, and now women, like, men are looking at it like, yo, didn't we just see all the memes, like, yo, all the little girls getting drafted into the WNBA, niggas gonna get flued out. We saw that, right? Mm-hmm. How like men are about to get flued out to all the games and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
It's funny, but it's kind of true. Because these women are gonna have options now, and these women are gonna be above the men with financial means. They're like, yo, I'm gonna be in Detroit, you know what I mean, for the summer training. Come and pull up on me, you know what I mean, and come in the game. Like this, it's just a game. Women are making money.
Mm-hmm.
Men are gonna have to be bitches.
All right, if you want to call it that,
it is what it is.
If you want to call it that,
but it's all based in usury.
And
true love.
So
you
men
don't want to run.
Men are bitches because they're not paying for everything.
Men are bitches because they are being coerced into spending time with people for money.
Where you get that from? Maybe they just want. They're not spending. I'm not talking about people that spend time with people just for money. They might like the person, but it's like, yo, I'm not stressing myself to pay. If you got it, you got it. I don't have to kick out. I'm not gonna stress myself out. We are. All right, so, all right, just to put this thing in a bow, I'll give you the last word, but I'll say something first, right? I don't necessarily, for myself, I don't necessarily agree per se. Like me personally, I don't know if I would take this route, but I do understand young men that are out there, right? Today, society, financially, the economy is very different than it was in relation to back in the day with traditional situations, right? Yo, like you said, these days it's a two-man sport.
Yeah.
And more or less, I think you're going to have people getting together for a lot of times for financial reasons. People that are in relationships that need a roommate type of thing. You know what I mean? And I think it's very important to not, as a man, not get out of your bag just for the sake of, your ego or your manhood. Like, nah, I can't let this chick pay for everything or pay for this or pay for that. I'm gonna pay for it. You get out of your bag and you start to, drown. And I think a lot of the young dudes are wising up and saying, yo, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna stress myself out. I'm not gonna try to be, I gotta be the provider, I gotta be the breadwinner, all that good shit. Nah, I'm good.
Well, you're talking about basically not dating above your means, but dating under your means. Because if we're talking about dating on the same level, then we're gonna build. But if you're gonna date over, then I'm gonna provide,
bro.
Shoot everything. I'm gonna pay for everything.
Women, and this might not be a good argument, but women do the shit all the time. They date people that they make way less money than.
Yeah.
So the only thing that prevents a man from doing that is his ego. And I think this new generation of young men, they're kind of stripping away the ego. And they're willing to say, like, yo, all right.
Healthy. You think
bro,
advocating for a soft life is healthy?
I think niggas die early because they stress out. And a lot of times stress is based on money.
All right.
I don't think a lot of dudes that's in relationships and married or whatever is getting cheated on every day, whatever. I think they stress about money or providing. I think that's the biggest stressor for a lot of men.
Let's go.
So if you could alleviate that stress, I think you'll live a better life, right? And you might cancel out a group of women that say, yo, you a broke dude. You giving me broke because you don't want to do this or you don't want to do that. All right. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated.
Okay.
So that's what I would say.
I'll let you put a button on it. I'll let you close out just like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like that. Cool, you got anything to add?
Man, you guys are doing amazing right now tonight.
He just don't want to talk.
Toxic. Them boys are toxic. Everything else, then that's it, right?
You want to do?
Oh no, the dude with the hair, right?
We got that. We got the Gilbert Arenas, Rudy Gobert.
It's the dude with the hair. Then we can close it out.
All right. Okay.
Somebody braid my hair. Somebody braid my hair.
All right. Give a little context on.
Teacher, male teacher, black teacher, sitting on social media with 4 or 5 girls with their hips, you know what I mean, twisted up, braiding his hair, playing in his hair. And he trying to act like it's all right.
It was this post right here.
Yeah.
Right.
Got a bunch of girls around him trying to be cute, like trying to be grown. Like, I don't see anything fly about this. I think this nigga trying to look cute for little bitches, like, not to call the little girls, you know what I mean? But like, nah, relax, big homie. Like, you doing too much. But let's watch it.
All right. Well, it's actually, I don't know if it's the actual. Okay. Teacher faces possible termination after letting students remove his braids in class. All right. Yeah, I don't. It's a bunch of captions. I'm watching this.
No, the next one is the
okay
video.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat.
Third one come, fourth one come,
was inappropriate.
fifth one over there. All girls though. We let a man do this? Would he let the little boys do it?
Just making it
I don't know.
So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage.
Why there no boys up there?
I would like to
taking out his hair.
myself in this case, Your Honor.
That's a good question.
Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew. Number two, this was at the end of class. This week,
literally 5, 6 kids over there taking them out.
Friday,
taking
all of my
hair out.
students did an excellent job on their STEM field projects and presentations. I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little.
We all been around with braids era. We all seen videos.
Some people
seen the R. Kelly video.
Cool teachers,
the girl, like we all know the trope with the I want this shit back.
What did you say?
Now we all seen the bit like during the braids eras, like the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
We all seen the thing where short homies on the stoop, sitting in between shorty's lap, braiding his hair or taking the hair out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a thing. Like it's inappropriate. He's grooming them.
You feel like he's grooming them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's grooming them. You know what I mean?
You don't think he's gay?
He's making it hard, huh?
You don't think he might be gay?
Nah, not at all.
No,
not at all. I'm not gonna put on him that he has any interest in them. Sometimes you just be grooming people to just see if you could do it. You know what I mean? Just to try to boost the ego. I think he's just doing that to boost his ego. He knows that he knows
elementary or middle school.
He knows.
Girls?
Listen, that's who they have crushes on. Like kids have crushes on older people, right?
I guess
like
so.
That's what the whole Word Up and Kids Bop and everything, like all that, all the posters on the wall. Like we all like who was your first crush when you were a kid? Like who did you have on your wall? Oh no, you don't get to do that tonight.
No, I don't.
So you didn't have a poster on your wall of any female
sports. I was in.
So you didn't have one female on your wall.
I had eventually. I started putting Jet Beauty of the Weeks on my wall.
All right, and those were older women, right? A little bit like college.
Yeah. I didn't know. It wasn't like you know the chick's name. It was like
cool.
Random.
Who was your crush? Cool.
Kind of sad they go on record and say, well, no, I'll own up to it. Jada Pinkett, man. I like Jada Pinkett a whole lot.
Yeah.
Because I was little. She looked little and like, right. She's a mug, ain't she? Lil Kim?
Lil Kim. I had that hardcore poster.
I like Tony Braxton, too.
In the stands.
Tony Braxton used to get.
Bed, like right there.
Tony Braxton used to get.
Braxton.
Tony Braxton. Yeah. Thought she was fire.
Like younger people find
short hair Tony Braxton.
You know what I mean? And I feel like he knows that and he's moving. Like he's not moving on it. I'm not gonna call him a predator, but he knows what he's doing is inappropriate. putting on social media, trying to be slick, acting like he ain't doing nothing.
That's like his body cam, though, right? To let everybody know it's on the up and up.
You shouldn't be doing that shit at all. That's completely inappropriate.
Corey Cole, you're an educator, right? You're in this. You're
and
in this
a father
situation.
of a young lady.
All right, so
I ask them on both
right
levels.
now, I want.
What is the prudent thing to do in this situation?
I just want to make sure that anything I say right now does not get held against me in the court of the
Somebody
District
braid
18,
my hair.
District 18 that sends me checks. All right, what's the question?
You're in a situation like this,
Yeah.
or would you even get yourself in a situation like this?
So I will say, as a person who's worked with youth for a very long time, they want to hug you all the time. It's not in your best interest to do so. You know what I'm saying? They, at some points, you spend.
And you don't think it's it's like some friendly shit.
Let me
It's like,
just say-
yo, they like you.
Yeah, it could be. Not all of it is as what you're thinking. Not all of it is. Not a lot of it is that. A lot of it is the fact that you spend. Myself, I spend sometimes more time with these kids than their parents do.
I hate that.
No, I'm gonna clean it up. Trust me, GB. I'm getting out of this one.
Teacher loves saying that shit.
No, but it's a fact.
No, it's not.
For you.
You get 8 hours a day.
Because you're ultimate. You're
6.
ultimate dad.
6 hours?
It's 6.
Yeah, 6
You're an
24
ultimate
hours a
pops.
day.
I've worked at after school programs with the kid where they came from school, went to the after school program. Their parents didn't pick them up till 7.
Gotcha.
So if they pick them up at 7, 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Damn. All right, I get the pop out. You got it.
So you ill. I'm not. Listen, I'm not. You ill ass nigga. I'm not trying to.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Take the credit where it's due. Let me just get out of this one so I can keep my employment when this is over. I want to get out of this statement. I would say that they do kind of love you like that, right? But it's your job as a grown-up to just know that there's a line and that you just, you don't want them touching you too much. You don't want to touch them too much. It's just protection for everybody, I think. Where he was at getting his hair braided, that was much. That was a bit much. Could I see it happening? Yes. Because like I told you, you form a bond with these kids. I've worked in shelters, homeless shelters. I've worked in all kinds of things where you do form a bond where you do become very close. You just have to kind of be a little bit more on the grown-up side and say, let me protect you from you or protect me from, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, GB, all in all, yes, it's not appropriate.
How do you redirect the kid? Like, you be like, yo, don't touch me. Get the fuck away from me.
Well, okay,
Like,
so I work with middle schoolers. You can tell them don't touch me.
Yeah,
No,
I mean, yeah.
no.
You think it's too harsh?
You can.
I mean,
yeah, you can.
Don't touch
No,
me.
it's equity.
Like,
It's equity.
and all that.
It's equity.
Give him a side hug. Like, hey,
Today, I'll
what's
give you
up,
an
like,
example.
you know
There was a
what I mean?
little
Bro, like-
girl. I'll give you an example. It was a little girl who made fun of the little fat roll I have on the back of my head. Right? And she came and like pointed and like touched me. Like, look, Mr. You got a fat head, like a whatever. And I just was kind of like, yeah. I laughed. You got me. Don't touch me though.
Right.
Like that. Don't touch me though. Like, and everybody laughed because she joked on me. And I said, don't touch. Yeah, girl, you got me right there, but don't touch me.
Right.
And it comes off as straightforward, but what point did I get across?
Boundary.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
You got me on a joke, and I should kick your little tail for getting on me. I'm gonna get you later, but don't touch me. And it don't be afraid.
You're not gonna touch me.
Just don't touch me.
Now,
Well, I like that. I give her a high five. I give her a high five.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, don't try to play me. Don't touch me, yo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's an appropriate way.
There's an appropriate way. I think.
We're not doing.
As for the brother getting his hair braided, that was a bit much.
And if he didn't know, because he acting like he didn't know, let's just be a learning moment. Let's just say all them girls in them class ain't had no fathers.
He got fired. Yeah, he's on social media crying and shit about getting fired.
I mean,
he didn't need to get fired.
He needed to be fired.
He didn't need to be fired.
No, I think he needed to be fired.
No, not fired.
If you didn't know that, then you have to be fired. I think you just got to go work. Go
Not
Amazon,
fired.
UPS,
Not
whatever.
Fired.
Go on, do something else.
Not fired.
Yo, there's a
He must
reason
not have been.
why.
What was it? He's an actual teacher?
Well, he alone in the classroom with these kids.
He wasn't
fam,
tenured.
Yo, all right, Ryan, you trying to act like you cool with
Don't
it
fire the brother.
What? I'm cool with what?
with this shit.
No, it's not great.
No.
You
All right,
you ain't gotta fire the brother.
let's I'll
Lessons learned.
let's look
Tell Nick come on cigars and whiskey.
hold on. I'm gonna show
This video that I posted. I wanted to come on here and read some of the messages that my students are sending me during.
Don't read them shit, nigga. Read what the fathers are sending you, nigga. Little bitches like you, nigga.
Some of the messages that they've been sending me.
What? Or you with the cutest teacher in the school where you go.
During this time.
I think this thing is fake.
Hey, bestie.
Bestie.
I really hope that you see this message.
Hey, twin.
How are you?
Have you been?
I hope that you're okay.
Look at this nigga off my fucking screen, man. Come
All
on, bro.
right.
You got to find this nigga, man.
Such a big deal. And it
That's
makes me so
America,
mad
yo.
that people.
Yo, go on and be a fucking producer. Yo, come on. Yo, if you ain't no better, then you gotta go. It's like, yo, being a bank teller, and then you giving niggas tips. You're like, yo, the nigga asked you for $500, but you gave him like $520.
Yo,
like, nah, he deserved the tip because he came in.
Listen,
like, come on, like, nigga, come on. Like,
I
cut it out.
do want to say that it wasn't fired. No,
cool.
Let's
bro.
we got simple things. He
Right,
said, I
okay.
used to teach high school.
Oh.
If my principal checked in on the class, which do from time to time, especially with first year teachers, and saw that would have been a major problem.
Yeah.
And he
Major
said
problem. Yeah.
Major problem.
he needed to be fired. He lacked good judgment.
Yeah.
He was a first year teacher.
No, he was talking about. Well,
No, but
I
that's
don't,
what I'm
maybe
saying.
maybe he was. Yeah.
So
Okay.
now
All
we're
right.
looking at it. Now
All
let
right.
me ask the hard question.
Fired is
All
tough.
fathers of children or girls around the same age. If you would have turned on your phone and you seen that video of your daughter doing that, would you be okay?
Well,
with
he
it?
said everybody signed waivers, correct? Didn't he say
They
that?
signed waivers to braid his hair.
No, like be on his platform. I heard.
No, to braid the man hair.
No, I
Because they
mean,
probably
he was
seen
doing
the
it
other
on his
shit.
to be
platform,
on
bro.
his social media. I
But
heard
did
that
they
they all
say
signed
did they
waivers.
sign platforms to be touching on this man?
I don't think so.
Do little songs in the classroom, to do little songs and do little TikToks and do little things, but they ain't gonna be out there like
The little girls probably had a
we
crush.
have a black women. We have a black girl problem. Black women, black girls are hypersexualized, right? In America, this nigga is not helping at all. He is 100% part of the fucking problem.
You think
Get this
all
creep
right,
ass
but
nigga
you think he's
out the freaking way.
sexualizing them?
Yes, he is sexualizing them. That is the act of that. That is an act of yo. We
No,
do
I
that for
no,
our my wife be having the braids in it. We be sitting taking them shits out, whatever.
Mhm.
And I'm saying like that is something like that is
It's intimate.
it is intimate if you are not paying for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. People get their hair
you
done
could
all
go
the
to the
time.
Africans and let them just whip you up real fast. But that right there, like yo, let me just do this for you, like.
No,
It's a
I
dangerous
think
game.
the intimacy comes in where, like Core said, I think this nigga knows that these little girls like him.
Yeah.
And once you know that they got like a little crush on you,
Mhm.
you need to keep your distance.
Yeah.
You shouldn't double down on that shit.
Teaching them
That's
how to
when
handle
if
that
you
thing
if you
appropriately. Yeah.
if you letting them do shit like that when you know they got a little crush on you,
Yeah.
you're redshirting these chicks. And I think that's where it's
And that's
like,
code
yo,
word for what? Grooming, right?
yeah, grooming. That's
Thank
some
you.
fucking pedo shit, man. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, but
We ain't want to put that on that man, but Ron
yeah, I don't know. He could literally not like girls at all. You understand what I'm saying? And he could be like, yo, he was one of the girls, and it was, you know.
But
I don't
have
know.
the dudes doing that. Have the dudes. Have a little zesty dude doing.
No, but then they'd be
doing
like,
that
yo,
shit.
I was trying to smash.
Yeah,
If
look.
it's the
Little Saucy Santana nigga doing this shit. The fuck?
Oh
Here,
man.
Come back next week.
Well. I think we should always give advice. Always give advice. I think in this scenario, I would say to young men, man, you got to think with your most prudent thoughts, right? Don't, I think a lot of the times when we think about shit, we're like, oh, that shit ain't a big deal. Oh, that shit ain't a big deal. It's not a big deal, right? But when it comes to certain things, policies and procedures, they're not dictated by what you think is a big deal or not. You know what I mean? And
you're the rooster in the hen house. Like, you're playing big dog. Like, you are the man in the pre-pubescent or post-pubescent atmosphere where these girls are just starting to, they have crushes on their classmates and things every day. Like we've all been in it. Like we know, like we raised children where, you know what I mean? Like we know, you know what I mean? And we've been there, we've been children, and we know, like, yo, we go with this girl this week and we go with this girl that. But if it's that, like, it's an abuse of authority. It's weird. It's narcissistic. It's just everything bad. And bro, you making black teachers look bad, and you had to get fired because black, like, I feel like we need more black men teachers. But when you look at things like this, it sets them back a little bit. Yeah. It sets black men teachers back. You know what I mean? Because you can't come in there groomed and smelling good and all that and think like, yo, you got ulterior motives. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna help the boy. Yo, you're gonna help. You're an asset to the boys, but you're a detriment to the girl. Yeah. You're not helping.
So is there a double standard in that?
There's absolutely a double standard in it.
So, because you brought up just, coming in looking a certain way.
Yeah, I don't want to see no.
What if female teacher did that?
Yo, dog, a female, it's cool. I got a girl, and honestly, if I had a boy, it's okay for my son to have a crush on his teacher.
But it's not okay on the other side.
Well, women are already prone to like stiff arming niggas. Like, women already stiff arming grown men. Don't turn down no pussy.
Okay. We talking about young chicks.
You don't want to ask me, nigga. Don't ask me shit that you don't want the answer to.
No, I want you to. I want to hear your answer.
Yeah, but don't ask me if you don't want to hear it, nigga. Niggas don't turn down pussy. Like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if enough young chicks is throwing at him, he gonna take one. Get that shit away from me. Like, I don't want nigga around my fucking door. Like, get the fuck out.
I'm not gonna put that on a young man. He might.
He making them look bad. Like, yo, we was doing good. I know. I got a lot of friends who are black men teachers, and he's setting them back because he's not even understanding the errors of his way. And there's people out there defending that bullshit. Everybody across the board needs to know that that's wrong. Reprimand that nigga and get him out the way. The fact that we shooting this nigga bail,
we ain't really shooting bail. But I'm just saying, on the surface, it looked innocent. But I think
ain't see nothing innocent about it.
I think that young kids, adolescents and shit, you don't know how their feelings are, their emotions are, or whatever. So you need not play that game. Right? And you don't want to be in no situation where a fucking student is professing their love to you as a grown up and a 12, 13-year-old or something or whatever. You're talking about they got a crush on you.
It's crazy how none of these parents, none of their fathers had no problem with that shit.
How you know?
I don't know, because I don't see him reading no fucking messages from no fathers.
No.
I don't see no fathers going viral like, yo, I have my little daughter in the bread. I beat her ass when she got home. I tried to run the fade with this whole ass nigga, but I couldn't find him. Like, yo, where he at?
So
like,
that's
I'm going to that school. Like, yo, if I wake up in the morning and my daughter is touching on some dude here, I'm beating her ass when the fuck she get home. And the next day, I'm going to that fucking school. Like, I'm not playing that shit. Like, what are we doing here? You
I don't
being
know.
too grown. Them little girls is being too grown. And this whole ass nigga sitting up like, come on. Let's wrap it up. This nigga get a fucking job somewhere. This nigga, go on work at Starbucks. Nigga. Don't make my frappe, cappuccino, little girl chino ass nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I ain't trying to shoot him no bell because fuck around, he get another job and then be in the news in 2-3 years or some shit. Like
looking like DMX and Belly.
All right.
Why we end every show
like what?
We back, yo.
Yeah, we back. We back.
We about to be outside soon. We back.
Yes.
We talking about this. This is wavy, yo.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't really give a rundown on this one. Deveron, 12 year.
Yeah.
It's a Scotch Highland single malt.
Yeah.
40 ABV, 80 proof. This joint, a lot of I get some notes of like dry fruit. A tad bit spice, like a spicy fruit, but it's smooth, man.
You ain't get that smoke? That like
a little bit
burny, like kind of like.
Man, I like Lafroig, so that one's way smokier than this.
What you think, Cool?
It definitely did its job over here. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be here, guys.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
Buttons. I'm just happy to be here.
All right. What it says on the back: when the bellow breaks and hard ghosting, the haste ye home or some bit warm, unwind with toasted grain and apples, seaborn spice, calm from the storm. And I didn't read that before,
right.
but I said some fruit and some spice. This one is pretty good, man. I like this one. So the Deveron, it's the 12-year, age 12 years. Pick this one up at your local wine and spirits and let us know what you thought about this one. Do you think it's as good as we said it is? By all means, hit us up, man. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey podcast. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please do at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S, Whiskey. Also, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you've been on the live or you're watching this in the future, please, by all means, hit the like button. It helps to get our content out to more people. Before we head out, Corey Cool, let the people know what you got going on, man.
Oh, man, you got time?
Yeah, man.
You got time?
One night.
All right, man. You catch me on the Voice of NCC 90.3 FM every Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. to play a cool show. Got a lot of music, spotlight artists. If you want to get on, if you want to hear your song spin on the FM dial, hit me up, cooluniversity@gmail.com. I have a podcast. It's called CUNY Radio, CUNI Radio, and it's available on all your favorite podcasting platforms. What else I got going on? Man, I'm working at Connoisseur doing these board shifts on a late night, getting it. And my podcast family, shout out to Cigars and Whiskey. Thank you so much, guys, for always having me and supporting me. And the Nobody Cares About Father's Day podcast is also available on all your favorite podcasting platforms. I got some articles in the works. I'm going to be here same time, same place next week. Party responsibly.
Okay. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey podcast. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.